Hey, good evening, and welcome to tonight's episode of Loot, Die, Repeat, where a bunch of us schmucks sit around, or stand around if you are a pregnant lady who wants to get a little bit of extra steps in.
That's right. My 10,000.
That's right. So we roll dice, we do some collaborative storytelling, and we do a lot of laughing with each other and at Carissa when she rolls natural ones. We like to call...
Not even 3 minutes into the stream. Already made me want to cry.
Loot, die, repeat. We appreciate you being here with us as we tell our story. And as our way of saying thank you, we have some giveaways, which I forgot to rotate, and hopefully Steve will fix that. We will be giving away at least one set of dice or a $5 gift card to DM's Guild. And if we get 10 new subscribers, we will be giving away a second set of dice and or a second $5 gift card. I believe we are 30 new subscriptions away from the Green Dragon, and we are looking forward to giving that away once we reach there. And we have a couple of other dragons that we still have to send out. My apologies for the delay. I did package up all the dice, and those will be going out. I'm going to try to get the dragons packaged as well for those who have won them in the past. I think there's 2 of them that we haven't sent. Any hoosers, we really appreciate you guys, and that is our way of saying thank you for the amazing support of the show here. And you can join us on Discord as well and continue the fun while we share memes and pictures of drinks and food and character builds and all kinds of fun stuff. We, I think, have a full house tonight. I think we have everyone here. Yay! Jake is a little late, but he is on his way. And hopefully we are able to see what a full party can do once more as things have calmed down a little bit with Adam and Steve. And so we have both of the pleasure of their company here tonight. But what's been going on? I'll tell you. Our adventurers, known as the R.A.T.S, have been, well, trekking their way through the Cinder Wastes. They have a mote of shadow, which they need to get back to the city of Brass in order to somehow eliminate or stop the plague of shadowy demonic creatures that are affecting the city. As they are seeking to return to the city of Brass, they have agreed on a little side quest for a group of ancient dragons to go to Hecate's Fathom and release the gate that is preventing the elemental plane of water from interacting with this confluence of planes around the city of Brass. They've already released one gate at the Emerald Caldera and the Tomb of Mukfat, and now they seek to release the second of 3. Along the way, they came across a relatively well-known temple, known as the Temple of the Stone Maidens, which aptly describes the guardians of the temple, which is dedicated to Ogremok, or Grumshok, as he is variously named, an elemental prince of the earth. And they decided to attempt to steal his power, a tablet inscribed with elemental magic that would affect the reader. And they were successful in their attempt, however, at cost, as their warlock friend, their Kenku, lovable Kenku Cacophony, was sundered and fell in the combat. As soon as Ogremok, who seems to have a connection to his temple, realized the importance of the fallen individual in his domain, a sinkhole opened up and attempted to swallow the high priestess of the Raven Queen, her chosen Cacophony. The party intervened and prevented her from being sucked into the elemental plane of Earth, but however, they were themselves deposited into Limbo, a chaotic realm where the souls of the dead have been trapped and prevented from moving on to their eternal rest, wherever that may be. The party sought to find the broken body of Cacophony, and after interaction with several souls who they had known in life, the party came upon Cacophony's broken body in death. Perched atop a sickly-looking tree with no leaves but large branches extending forth, various mushrooms sucking the life from whatever sap remains within its boughs. The party did battle with some creatures of Limbo, Slod, natives to this chaotic plane, and ultimately the soul of Cacophony was attracted by the sounds of battle back to her body, where her party was able, through some clever use of their skills and the surrounding storm, as well as a very high charisma check from their ranger warlock, to convince the spirits of several fallen warriors to fight along their side. The party was able to wrest Cacophony's body from the clutches of the sickly tree. Unable to cleanse the tree, however, the party disappeared back through the rift created by the Raven Queen. And as Hashin, the Warlock Ranger, and Antony, the Illumination Wizard, reappeared with Hugo in the Temple of the Stone Maidens, the three ladies were missing. In what seemed like mere moments to Hugo and Hashin and Antony, was what felt like a lifetime to Celine, at least, as Ray and Celine were faced with the incorporeal soul of Cacophony hovering over her broken body in a unfamiliar place of mist and shadow, of the sense of feeling of death all about, and a solitary statue which sullenly watched over the broken Kenku before it. One half of its masked face upturned in a smile, the other half downturned in a frown, holding a book which simply read on its cover, Life and Death. Celine and Ray did their best to remind Cacophony of who she is, as she seems to have lost a sense of herself. And through a series of interactions, they were successful in reminding Cacophony that she was in fact their friend, and this broken Kenku before her was her body. With the successful persuasion of Cacophony to return to her body, Celine and Ray then attempted to knit the soul and the spirit and the body back together. Through the assistance of some of Ray's ancestors, one of which she kind of sort of maybe saw out of the corner of her eye but didn't quite recognize, and Celine, channeling all of her divine might into this revivify spell, using up one of her diamonds. I believe you have 2 left?
Mm-hmm. Well, 1. And a blood one.
Okay.
It's true.
We're not going to use the blood
No,
one.
we're not. It's gonna be the last session of this game. I'm gonna be like, I have to use it, and it's gonna be like, you released
He's going to
Cthulhu.
force us to use it.
Didn't we get 3 from the cart, or was it 2? Or from the rock's nest? Never mind.
You can move over, that's fine. 2.
You wrote it down, right?
Thank you, Steve.
That's what I'm
Celine channeling her divine power into the broken body. The powers and influence of this unique plane in which they found themselves affecting
3.
the spell.
So 2 left.
So yeah, I think you have 2. It's 2 and 1
Okay,
in the
I'm
blood.
gonna write that down in my notes.
Affect this plane affecting this spell.
You're right, yeah.
She at first was unable to successfully complete the revivify ritual. However, digging deep into her sorceress origin and calling upon the divine influence of her own deified patron, Celine sought once more to knit the body and soul together and was successful. As the tense moment and the tension in your own body, Celine, begins to subside, Ray, your hands rubbing the tops of
Marinating.
Cacophony's chicken-like feet.
Tenderizing.
Cacophony. You feel flesh. You feel sand. You feel a foot rub.
Poor JB.
You feel wet drops on your arms as Celine's tears fall.
Oh.
It's just
Oh.
sweat.
It's nervous sweat.
And with a gasp, your eyes open with a start. And there, with 2 very concerned looks on their faces, are your friends. The storm giant adolescent, Ray, and the Aasimar sorceress, cleric, Celine. And the sand, in a flash, turns to hard stone beneath your back. Ray and Celine, without even really realizing what has happened, there is a shift within the plane as your eyes are fixed on Cacophony. As the stone statue that was looking over you shifts into the pillar that was at the center of the Temple of the Stone Maidens, atop which was perched the power of Grumshock. Antony, Hugo, and Hashin, you are suddenly aware. There's no flash of light, there's no magical effect that would announce their presence, other than the sharp inhalation of breath as you hear Cacophony gasp, and you hear Ray and Celine similarly breathe sighs of relief. The floor is yours.
Guys, that was so cool. I mean, we almost lost you like forever, but on the scale of like 1 to epic, it was epic.
Where can you see? How do you feel?
I'm very confused.
Where
Did you cast the spell already?
Are we?
We're back in the cabin.
You are.
We just went and found your soul and basically shaped your memory back into it.
Oh my.
and
That's
and
Well, first we went to
Shaw
Limbo.
was trying. Yeah, there was a it was a multi-tier journey. It seemed all specifically designed to make me cast the spell when I was here.
Cacophony, please roll a wisdom save or insight. You can continue.
Ooh. So then we appeared in this realm of death or something. I couldn't quite say what it was, but we found your spirit, and Ray and I were able to bring
21.
it back.
As she says realm of death, this all kind of clicks into place. In that, this residual feeling that you sense upon your body feels exactly like the feeling you had when you opened that drawer in the desk.
oh,
And
okay.
then went into the second drawer and went deeper. And you intrinsically know. How you know is unclear. But you know that you were in Delure,
Okay.
the plane of the dead that surrounds the material plane of Eberron, and has overlaps somehow, some way, some shape or form with the Shadowfell, and perhaps other planes as you know them.
This happened like this ago for the three of us.
For you guys, it was seconds that seemed to go by. That you'd noticed that the girls did not appear in the same frequency that you did. So it would have been like, where are the girls? You'd had enough time to have some sort of short conversation amongst yourselves, and then they were there.
Well, if you're the same people that were here moments ago,
I
that
think
means
so.
you cast your spell already.
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
We were gone
I
for
was
like.
not involved.
No, I see where you're going with this. If you're the same people, what's my middle name?
Would I know this?
Would I know
No. I'm tracking Anthony.
Poopy head?
How did you know? It's a family name.
I knew it. My next guess was gonna be Skittles.
I do like those.
I mean, who doesn't?
Yes. So,
We were gone for like hours.
who has the book?
Jake.
Oh, I
Machine
haven't.
has the tablet.
Did you interact with it in those
He has not.
few moments?
I was waiting. It takes an hour for me to read it.
Okay.
You're not a very fast learner.
I have dyslexia.
I
so
may not be a smart man.
Well, where'd you go?
I don't know. There was a statue and it said life and death, and then when we had to convince Cacophony to go into her soul, and then when Celine went to cast the Revivify, the statue looked right at us.
Yeah, I'm
And
trying
it was
to
a
block
little
that out.
creepy, but I think it was somewhere the Raven Queen. I don't know.
And you saw again
It's really like there were graves
with
everywhere.
Cacophony's soul. You do recall
good too.
the flash
I
of
know.
another individual who was there in an instant, just for a moment. That seemed to.
Oh.
Oh yeah, she had a dragon tattoo.
Remember we saw her before
Mm-hmm.
in the Raven Queen's realm.
Long black hair.
Oh yeah. I do remember her.
Cacophony, what do you
I
make?
don't think she had black
of-
hair.
Well,
Oh,
I think
the
it's red.
picture.
It's kind of red.
Oh,
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
glare of the computer made it look black.
There's a
It's
picture.
all right.
I
You have a
think
picture?
I can't tell the difference in brick
Yeah.
color. So
someone put it in
So-
Discord, and so I
uh,
copied it into my notes.
Yeah,
it was like
solid
a
art.
dark amber. I thought.
Okay.
Salato.
Salato
Yeah.
art.
P Farce's
Gotcha.
wife.
I've been there before, actually.
That to that place?
Yeah. The table that you have with the drawer. When you go in the drawer and then in the other drawer, I think that's the same place.
Oh.
Well, that doesn't seem good.
Or
think
it's
it's-
really good.
What place is it?
Delore?
Sounds like
I don't think that's a good thing,
Did
though.
any of us know anything about Delore? I can't remember if we've asked that. Like, would you?
I'll make a madness roll.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Oh no!
I don't think we've
Anthony!
Are you being serious right now?
Oh.
We need to take a long rest. I've already long rested, so we can't do anything that's gonna mess with us getting to that
I'm in.
point.
Yeah, I'm in.
Yeah, you're plus 18.
If Farce will let me. If it doesn't mess up the timelines over there too much, which I've already done.
Gosh, I hate you.
I will.
Why did I want you to be here
check.
tonight?
Remember you.
I believe you have a plus 16 on your madness.
It might be higher now.
I
I don't
thought it
have a
was plus
result
18.
of the last one that just happened. I think it,
Jeez. P-Far says, what is happening? Why don't you explain him? Explain
Rainbow
to him,
worms?
Steve, what you want to do in the first
at the
freaking
shrink
I don't know.
30
They're
minutes.
talking about
There's like
Delore
4 of
over
them
here,
in
and she said, Cacophony said that she thinks that she might have been in Delore because she just had Cacophony just had an epiphany, and
So first of all, I want you to roll a generalized history check.
okay,
And this is Antony.
General history, not specific.
It is general
I
history.
vaguely remember specifics.
with exceptional wit.
Sure, you can exceptional wit yourself on this.
I'll do it. Come on, baby.
Come
I missed that.
on, baby.
Ooh, 19, 20, 21, 22,
These are my
30,
favorite.
35.
35.
Peaches?
You
Peaches are good.
know of the material plane of Eberron. It is a parallel material plane to that of Faerun, or the Sword Coast, or Toril, as it is variously known in degrees. Eberron is another such material plane, along the lines of others that exist. Around each material plane, there are localized manifestations of other planes. And each material plane seems to call these other planes by similar names, some the same exact name, though they are not necessarily always manifesting with the same properties in identical proportion.
That's
Oh,
P-Farce.
There he is.
We heard it. Good job, Stalin.
And so you are aware, as she says, she calls on the name Delore and refers to it as a place of death. You
So I
are
don't know the name.
You are
So I don't know the name, or I do know the name of it.
you do.
You said
Okay.
There,
before.
there is
Okay.
there is an intrinsic knowing that
Okay.
you have, and Steve, Anthony, actually Steve.
It is Steve.
It is Steve. You, Steve, are seeking to
Steve.
correlate the knowledge that you have with the broader depth of understanding that Antony has.
So is this just like a loud metagaming? Is this what this is?
Kind of,
With
except it-
Right now,
it
I'm
has
working
big
on
consequences.
I'm working on connecting.
So
on
so
Steve.
P-Farce would like to know what exactly you're trying to do through a madness.
This is exactly what I want to do and what I've wanted to do since we started this crossover.
This is the Steve.
I want to connect the Varan way of the timeline of being in Delore to Antony in this place and time, referring to Delore.
Specific.
That's what I want to do.
You make me
Varan
nervous.
way.
Yeah, Varan way.
Okay.
Absolutely. He's my favorite of all time for some reason.
Okay.
Really?
Yes.
He
Loved
really
him.
enjoyed playing that character.
Over change.
Yeah.
And yet he died so fast.
All right, P-Farce has received
It's too soon.
the request.
Okay. Yes.
And so
Delore.
as you hear this name, and it echoes through your mind,
Oh no.
I'm on it, P-Farce. There is almost
I
a
just told him to kill me.
Okay, kill him.
there's almost a
He knows too much. Get rid
what
of
can
him.
only be described as a synaptic static.
Good job.
You feel your mind almost come to a halt as it's almost like a record skipping. Delore, Delore, Delore.
Amber,
Delore.
That's how I live 80% of my life.
And we're going to come back to that.
Okay.
You all watch as Anthony just kind of looks up at the ceiling and just kind of like...
He starts quacking.
You think I should give him a good slap in the face?
I think so.
Wake him up?
Definitely.
Hold on, wait. You will kill me. And if you crit, I might die. So.
You're blessed, Molly.
Hugo, you have been resting in the corner of the room as your friends disappeared for what to you seemed like only a few minutes, but to them seems to have been a significantly longer period of time, as they were already battered when they tried to save Ray, which you were too slow to engage with in your own disheveled and broken state. You were hanging on by a thread with your own health. And so now they're back, and several of them worse for wear. Cacophony talking about, well, this place of death, and she's alive again. When you saw her, her body was broken and tattered, bleeding out, and no life in her. And now she's alive.
Well, this is mighty strange. I feel like I might be missing a whole lot of information of what's been going on.
Yeah, like 3 weeks worth, maybe.
I know. It's I mean, I couldn't have dozed off for more than 6 minutes.
Dude,
And-
you Rip Van Winkle did.
I Rip Van Hood it.
Winkle.
Oh, all right.
I read that book. It was by a halfling. What was his name?
I don't remember.
About a gnome.
Yeah, it's a
I think
halfling, but I
at
don't know.
some point you guys might have to tell me what the hell happened, because you lot look a lot worse for wear than 5 minutes ago.
Well, we went to Limbo. Hashim was pretty cool.
Yeah,
he
he
got a
was.
whole ghost army to
No.
fight with us.
I got to admit, those were my people.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. We
So wait,
conquered
your people are
all of
ghost
the
people.
elements.
All right, all right.
and
You conquered the elements?
yeah, Antony got to fly.
As it relates to Limbo.
Oh,
and
yeah. I
I had hands. of
I
fire.
almost did something so cool, but
Nice.
it didn't work.
Yeah.
So I almost reforged my hammer,
I know.
Oh,
but it didn't work. But then I hear this weird voice say like shape something, and I mean, I don't know. I just got scared, so I just blurted off the first thing that came to my mind. And then
Which I'm sure has no
Celine-
consequences for anyone.
What? Well, do you recall what you said?
I do.
A nom.
I would have died if you'd said Oi Melinda.
No, it was like Nam be the power, all strength to his name or something like that.
Oh, yeah, you put... Oh, yeah. I forgot that happened. You changed the entire universe.
Anam
And we
be
don't even know it.
strengthened, power to his name,
Power
is
to
what
his
you
name.
said.
We don't even know what happened. Is the best part.
So
point.
you know, I just got
That's-
scared, so I just went back to like the common prayer that my mom would pray.
Gotcha.
Because I was like, oh my goodness, I don't know what to say. And then you got to play with fire. That was pretty cool.
Which apparently was ice.
Yeah. Oh yeah, icy fire.
Yeah. Icy hot.
Icy
Goes
hot.
in hot, comes out cold.
My muscles kind of need that right now.
Hey, I'll
Feel
help
a
you.
little broken.
Yep.
Hot first. That's a good idea.
And you got to. Oh, she drank earth. Celine.
like mud water? I mean, like
No, just pure mud.
pure mud.
Yeah.
I was offered a mug of a drink that I wouldn't necessarily order again because it was quite earthy.
Oh, and then we have to save
Chunky, I
Jack's
think.
dad.
Who's Jack?
I don't know.
Jack was from the Purple Cow, and he was
Jack.
like
Blue
the
cow inn, yeah.
cutest.
This is the real takeaway you need.
He was like the cutest person ever, and we saved his life.
Oh,
but apparently,
Major crush.
we
It was a
didn't
teenage crush.
save
Yeah,
I
his
was there.
life.
I was there.
Yeah.
He's dead and he's 12.
Yeah.
Oh, he's dead?
He was 13 or 14.
Oh, he died.
She was robbing
Aw.
the cradle.
Okay.
Struck down before true love's kiss could first take effect.
Real Romeo and Juliet, you know. Oh no.
You're really read up. I like this.
So, yeah, that's what happened in Limbo. And then they disappeared, and then we went to this other place, apparently DeLorean.
Well, hell.
and then
I'm not taking another nap for days.
She mentioned the tree in Limbo, and didn't they also see a corrupted tree in the last?
Which Ray tried to cleanse, but
Yeah.
was unsuccessful.
two cool things I really could have done in Limbo,
Yeah.
but I failed.
You could have been the hero, instead you were a zero.
It's true.
Did you tell us about the second tree yet?
You were there in Limbo.
I was there at the first one.
Do you mean the one in
There wasn't a tree
Delore?
in the second
Yeah.
Limbo.
The one in
The
Delore.
one in.
Oh
Limbo-
no, there wasn't
yeah,
a
the one-
tree.
There
It was
was
a
a
statue.
There were trees around, but none
Just
that
regular
were
Significant
Word.
trees. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
pronounced as the
And I
one
think
in Limbo.
Ray mentioned the statue that
I
we
did.
saw there. So
And that's what happened in our adventures.
So, are we still heading the same way we were before, or things drastically changed now in the apparent 5 minutes that's not 5 minutes that I have no idea what the hell happened?
I think we still need another water moat.
Well, the
We
whole
need
reason
to
we
break
came
another
here and
water
did all of
seal.
this was
Hecate's
that.
Fathom.
Yes.
Hecate's Fathom.
Well, you now have this
Oh, yeah.
item
Well, we have it,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
that's
we should.
going to assist us in getting
Yeah.
this next step.
So we
Hecate's
can
Fathom,
we
yeah.
can
Yeah.
move on our
Let's do
way
it.
to the next moat.
Hecate's
It's
Fathom.
true.
We should probably rest.
Books are
first, though.
really
Well,
important.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, lots of important books in the
There-
game.
Is a rumble in the
Jungle.
temple cave in which you remain. And
Is it a happy rumble?
you get the sense
Sorry, guys, I haven't eaten in a little while. I'm a little hungry. That's just
you
my
get the
stomach.
sense
Breakfast. I've been
that
sleeping too long.
the prince over this place is none too pleased that you have escaped his grasp, and Cacophony is now alive.
I guess we
I
should
think we should
leave.
leave.
So,
Let's
I
get
think
out.
I don't know
we
if it was a
shouldn't-
happy rumble.
We played his game and won. We're allowed to
Yeah.
take down the goalpost and walk away slowly.
Amen. And then have a GoFundMe for a new goalpost.
I don't know about you,
I'm
but
not going through that again. I'm out.
kind of hurting. We might want to not go slowly and might want to get out of here quickly.
I'm with you. Maybe we just rest
The
right
ceiling
outside the door.
begins.
Yep.
We're going.
banging
We're
in upon
moving.
you
We're
all.
moving.
we're out.
Maybe not explore every cave that we
Yahoo! Are you kidding me? Look what we got.
But what did we get
What
from
is
the
the order-
spiders?
What is the order in which you are fleeing?
I'm first.
Okay.
I'm right behind.
I'll be last ushering everyone out.
Okay.
I'll be in the middle, I guess.
All right. I need
No.
you to roll an athletics check.
You got it.
You have the lowest DC because you went first.
Sweet. Do I have any advantages?
I went last.
You
I
do.
I have 3. Okay, I don't need it.
You have 5.
I have 5?
That's what I
23.
have.
23. You
Where am I,
succeed.
Cacophony?
Cacophony said she was second. Athletics,
Yes.
Cacophony.
Can I point things out to people as
Hold
I'm
on,
hopping?
I have
You may
to,
not. You are rushing out.
Clear the way here.
That's
Oh,
cocked. That's the most cocked
Alright,
thing I've
alright.
ever seen in
Are
my
you
life.
using your new die?
I am.
Suspicious sentence.
Okay.
Poor guy.
That was
Yes.
very suspicious.
That is the
sentence.
biggest cocked thing I've ever seen in my life.
I'm gonna use an advantage.
Okay.
Not bad.
Woo!
20.
Oh, geez, you're a
succeed.
+1.
Yeah.
How do you
Anthony,
walk?
I believe you said you were next. Athletics check.
Now,
Good point. Celine.
All right. Advantage.
Yep.
What? Oh. That's bad.
I'll pick you up and I'll take you.
That's gonna
I was
be
gonna
a
miss this
12.
step.
12.
Nope. you
Yeah,
can't
I don't
even
have
think about
bless or
that.
emboldening bond, I don't think, right? Anymore?
That's correct.
Right,
But
yeah,
12
12.
is high enough as this is continuing to increase. Hugo, athletics.
19.
19, that succeeds. You all begin running, your friends making their way with relative ease as they felt the rumblings of this place and they quickly saw the collapsing ceiling. They bolted out. Anthony, however, seems
I'll pick him
in
up
shock.
and I'll take him with me.
Okay, I need a disadvantaged athletics check from you.
15.
15. You rush forward, the walls and the ceiling collapsing in upon you. You get to the door and you throw Anthony through just as it collapses in on you.
Okay.
Don't say okay to that.
I need you to make another.
Well, you just saved me.
Wait,
my
time
life.
out. Are you stuck in there?
I need you to make another athletics check.
I think it's collapsing on her.
You should have let me die.
No! You couldn't play anymore.
25.
Oh, yeah.
25. Okay.
You chained us to you.
I mean, I have a plus 13,
Yeah, you're fine.
so yeah.
Take the risk.
I'm really not worried.
It was always my goal.
As you wrench yourself out, your right leg in particular is what is trapped. Pull! Ah!
Oh no!
You exclaim in pain as your right foot is crushed. You, in your pain and your anger, you pull the rock apart and you kind of just flop out on the ground. Your right foot mangled and broken.
Shoot.
Until you can heal, but until further ado, you are at half speed.
Okay.
As
What-
you have a maimed
What do you
foot.
mean heal? Like if I do cure wounds on her foot?
That will be inadequate to fully heal. You can get back to full health, but the foot itself is maimed.
Oh, like even if I long rest.
Restoration?
I have no more diamonds.
You have
we
half.
need
You're
like
at half
a
speed.
restoration or something
Yeah.
to your
I
bones.
have no more diamonds.
You have a Liz Frank fracture.
Can we have a bag of it?
Uh-oh.
We used it.
Yeah, those are bad.
That's rough, yeah.
On what?
About a 15.
I don't remember. I just know that I kept. One of them was
15
a
and
dragon. One of them was you.
Breakfast.
Sorry.
I think.
The 25 made it such that it wasn't worse.
Oh, shite.
You would have had a broken leg and would have had
Oh.
a 5-foot movement speed.
Oof.
Yikes.
Maleferous.
Good thing I have no more diamond dust.
Thanks for saving my life.
Hey, we
Can
just
she
got
ride a
the
badger?
heartbeat.
What's
Not
that?
the-
Can she ride
the
your
nest.
badger?
Diamonds.
I have a
Not
badger
diamond
and something else right now.
Pound
A
of
cat,
diamond,
right?
a diamond.
Okay.
Actually, my badger has a cat.
Are we out?
Yes.
We're outside
You
now.
are
Is it
outside.
nighttime?
Yes.
It is.
What the
I thought we got a lot of
approximation of
diamond
nighttime
dust.
in
I
this
thought we had
space?
enough.
Remember I gave you that
Yes.
bead to
You
cast
have
Find Familiar?
basically you've gone
took it
through a
back
day's
2 weeks
travel.
ago. Right.
You've
Gave it to my badger.
made
My
it
badger had
through
Familiar.
the Temple of the Stone Maiden, and it was, from a timing standpoint, only a couple of minutes that you were gone, but
Hours.
it was still the end of the day nonetheless.
I think we should rest.
Yes, please.
This tastes like the dentist.
Did I wake up yet?
You are
That one?
still in
Oh.
shock.
Let's rest, and can someone watch him? He's just staring at the sky going
Guys.
quack.
My foot really hurts.
Come
Ray.
here. Come here.
All right.
Ray
I do
will
have one
stand
more.
up, trip and fall,
Oh.
and kind of like pick herself back up and hobble using almost like the staff as a cane.
Ooh, nice. Celine and Ray, Celine, while you're working on her, could you take first watch,
Yeah, absolutely.
and we'll rest. Hugo, you look terrible.
Oh,
I love
I've
you,
been
buddy, but
better.
you look terrible.
I've been better.
I think we all look terrible.
Yeah, I mean, you died, so.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm going to take an hour and do some light reading, and then I'm going to fall asleep.
Yeah, because books are really important.
Yeah?
You guys are gonna let him read it by himself.
You have
Thank
a
you
book
for
too, don't you?
the raid, Dread Pirate
You have a
Rob.
book.
That's fun.
So you get
Welcome,
all
Dread
magic
Pirate Rob.
spells
Ertz,
book from the dragons.
Wesley. No.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You got it from the dragons.
I thought you knew who it was. I
No.
didn't think you were making the obvious joke.
I mean, it's the obvious.
Got it.
But I love it.
So I read my book.
So, you take a minute
I thought it was an hour.
for your mind to attune and connect
let him
to the
finish.
primordial writing that is chiseled into this ancient stone tablet. What first seemed like nonsensical scribbles and a form of almost cuneiform runic writing begins to make sense in your mind. And it takes you an hour to read. As you go through, the tablet itself seemingly only contains several lines, But as you get to the bottom of the tablet, you then notice that the lines above begin to change.
Oh.
And so you begin reading down and up and down and up. For an hour, it goes back and forth. And you feel the knowledge of this ancient primordial language seeping into your very being as you learn primordial. But not just how to speak the elemental languages, not just how to interact with creatures native to the elemental planes. You, as I am pulling up my notes, there it is. You also feel your understanding of earth elementals in particular deepen, as if you have an innate understanding or almost psychic connection to creatures that are connected to the plane of elemental earth.
Cool.
You now have advantage. I'm sorry. Nope. You gain +2 on all charisma checks made to influence such creatures.
Wow.
So that is for deception, persuasion, and most importantly, performance.
So
That's a little jig for your earth element.
+2.
+2 to
To-
earth
I call
elementals.
this the please don't
Any
kill us
creature
game.
that is connected to the elemental plane of earth, which would also include
Deception,
Um,
persuasion,
yep,
performance.
earth genies and such.
So it's all charisma.
Yes. All charisma skills.
All charisma, all the time.
Wow.
Is there anything else?
You know how to shape.
I like it.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's all good, but what else?
There's an innate understanding of how to shape stone.
Ooh.
Oh, I like that.
Not the spell per se.
Damn.
But with tools.
Oh, so I know how to use a hammer.
Does a diamond count as a stone? Yes, it does.
You gain proficiency with mason's tools.
Nice.
Oh, we don't have those though.
I have some
And you are
for reasons.
you are now enabled to discern the weak spot in battlements, walls, things like
Oh,
this.
that's cool.
Be handy for our Helm's Deep fight a while back.
Yeah, what about this wall? Looks like 50
As this
people are
knowledge fills your mind, it almost causes you to miss the fact that not only is the information within you swelling, but your body is swelling as well.
I'm intrigued.
Don't look, I'm just reading.
What kind of a book is that?
It's a smut book.
Got pale pictures?
As you feel your muscles tense, your biceps and triceps bulge, your quads begin to
hulking out.
throb,
Oh,
your,
face.
your glutes
You got
puckered.
You're taking a shit.
Putting it on the internet.
You poop yourself.
Your chest
You have a
and
blood
lats and traps, they all erupt in power.
Yep.
Dude, you look like the guy from Napoleon Dynamite.
You gain +2 to strength.
Oh.
Wow.
I can't wait to hear you guys interact. That'd be so funny.
And your abs now are as chiseled as those of Antony.
+2 to strength, so I'm a 17.
But when you flex, you still have the skin that flaps around.
The wheatus is just kind of...
You just have a hanging.
I'm working on it, okay? Extensions!
The best part is you've been actually working out for like 1 week. And now you're
Well,
like,
I tell you what, if I can do it, then anyone can. It's amazing.
Great
Let me tell you, we haven't even worked the legs 3 inches on my calf size. I don't know how she does it.
All those early morning
Right,
getting up.
we just talked about the leg workouts.
I know. Well, you focus on your arms.
I don't.
What can I say? I'm a
I don't know.
magic worker.
When he comes out of his stupor, you should work with him because his legs are pathetic.
I don't. I think he likes the pathetic legs.
Nah.
In fact, Anthony starts flapping his wings, and his thin legs do look like chicken legs as he quacks like a duck.
And so after an hour of this, you are
I'm the most swole ranger.
you are juiced.
I don't have a neck anymore. I have to turn my upper body. Hey guys, what's up? Hey.
you can't pull your
I was
bowstring
just gonna
because
say-
your muscles are too big.
I am now upgrading to a crossbow. Hand crank, don't need it.
You just loop it around one peg and flex to release the strength.
It's the nipple release.
Oh my god.
Bad guys beware, huh? I take one of Cacophony's eggs and put it between my bicep and crack it. Ah! Done.
Oh, that's amazing. That was great.
All right. The rest of you
Oh, man.
get your long rest. Although whoever's keeping watch,
Ray and I, because I'm going to heal her.
okay. After you heal her broken body, do you have?
I have one single casting of diamond dust because I got one in the tower when we raided his alchemy closet, and then 3 more castings when we got the chest. And we've used all those 3, but I had that one single left from before.
Okay, so you do have greater restoration.
Yep,
Do you have the spell slot to use it? Do you have it prepared?
I did, yeah,
Okay,
because I had all my higher level.
very good. So please describe how you go about tending to Ray's foot with greater restoration.
So first, Celine will lay out your leg and just roll up the pant leg so I can see the condition of the ankle.
To take off my boot, Ray screams.
I'm very gentle. You don't even know. I'm like a doctor with a child distracting you with a lollipop. You don't even see it come off. And then she takes that small amount of the diamond dust and pours it over the limb. And as she does so, the cloud of dust begins to shine and sinks into the skin of the limb. And you feel a sensation almost like a pleasant numbness coming over you in that area. Just blocks out all of the pain that you were feeling. And when the numbness subsides, your bone has been corrected and straightened and all of the swelling has gone down and you feel brand new. Alright, I think that looks pretty good. How does it feel? Can you stretch it?
Am I taller? Did you make me taller?
I did not, because it would only affect one leg and that would throw off your balance.
Oh, that's
Awesome.
true, but it would have been kind of cool. Thank you. Ray twists it around and moves it up and down.
Feels a little stiff, but it does not have the searing pain any longer that was shooting through your foot.
I'll be able to manage.
Better?
Yes. Thank you.
I think everything else will get better too after some sleep, but
I hope so. Did I tell you about a new ancestor I almost met?
no.
He was kind of in the background when you were healing, and he was crying, and I vaguely remember stories about a guy always crying, but I can't remember his name. But I might meet him soon.
Do you remember why he was crying in the stories?
No, I don't remember anything. I kind of failed on my history check, but he was crying with her, so he must be pretty sensitive.
Fair.
Either that or he's just so emotionally attached, but I wasn't crying. Yeah, I don't know. We'll find out, though.
We will.
It's pretty exciting.
Wait, who-
That does sound exciting. It must
I
be
don't know.
nice to know all your ancestors like that.
Well, I don't know all of my ancestors, but I'm meeting them slowly.
That's more than a lot of people get to do.
It's true.
That means you're very special.
Well, my hammer's special. That's where they all live. Well, live? I don't know. Visit? I don't know. We're all connected through this.
But special tools must be wielded by those who are special themselves.
Well, my dad gave it to me, and my dad's very special. But
Well,
he
then
wanted
he
it to
chose right.
protect me.
Well, I wouldn't have wanted anybody else with me in Delore when we were trying to get her back, so great job, Ray.
Thanks, you too.
As you have this moment together, there's a satisfaction that kind of takes you both, as that sense of accomplishment and contentment in the moment, all your friends are safe, is interrupted by a splashing sound. Bloop. Psh. Psh. Bloop.
What was that?
I'm asleep,
Oh,
right?
I think that's the noise that Hashim was telling us about with the fish that I kind of bragged about. Well, not bragged,
about that.
but I had Tyr, and he's keeping an eye on us.
you
Hi,
see-
Mr. Fish.
Where is the water source near us?
I don't know. It's somewhere in the rocks. Hashim showed us, remember?
I mean, I remember
It
this
seems to
entity,
be
but-
coming from up above you on the cliffside. I presume you kind of went away from the entrance to the now collapsed entrance to the Temple of the Stone Maidens.
Mhm.
But it seems to be coming from up above you.
Did you want to check it out?
Sure, let's go up and just make sure nothing's coming out of it. Let's go up and make sure
Well,
nothing's...
Maybe one should stay here and the other person go up. So we're-
I don't want you to strain your leg. I'll go look.
Okay.
Okay. Neither of you, well, you have dark vision, so you approach and not trying to hide itself, poking up out over a protrusion in the stone. It looks like a pseudopod made entirely of water is just oriented towards you.
What did
And it
Hashim...
kind of shakes some water for a moment and then stops.
Think
Looks over at
Moana.
Ray.
Huh?
Shakes.
Yeah, like Moana. The water.
Very much like Moana.
What did Hashim and Ray share from what they learned with their conversation with? I think more so you than Hashim.
I was trying not to die.
She described a very big, ugly fish
But she
Yeah.
spoke with it.
that she spoke with.
I threatened it.
Good. Love that.
Well, I was trying to persuade it to let it have this deal, or else the fire giants were going to keep coming, and eventually they'll come in such great numbers that they'll kill it. I told it about its tear.
You told about the tear?
Oh yeah, it was going to eat me.
It knew about the tear,
Oh, that's right.
yeah,
That's right.
I wasn't hiding anything from this
but
thing.
it did not try to take it from her.
No, it did not. It asked why I was worthy of carrying it, I believe.
Okay. And didn't you get the name of it? It mentioned it in passing, didn't it? I feel like I remember writing that down. It was something weird that I don't think I spelled correctly.
Remember?
Let me look at my notes.
It was a weird name.
I
It was a
have.
What'd you tell
Chester.
her?
The
What did you
aboleth.
tell it?
That's what I have written down.
It is an aboleth, but I don't believe it gave you a name.
Specifically?
Yeah.
Okay.
It did not give you a name.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
You did. I think Anthony discerned that it sounded a lot like an aboleth.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, he's still typing.
Holy cow.
Quack.
Wow.
Moo.
Let me see.
Ooh, interesting. Moo.
Hold on. Let me find it.
I asked Molly/Ray what she told it when it asked why she was worthy.
Oh, she told her. I don't actually remember, which means that it probably wasn't materially important.
I don't have it specifically written.
Alright, that's the
I remember it asked me
it was
why I
along the
was
lines
worthy.
of her ancestors sending her forth, and she was kind of a champion of Anam, fighting for the world, type of a thing.
Gotcha.
And that she had received it from a very dear friend, who, it was given to her by the one who made it, or something like that. So she kind of described it that way.
Okay. So just like a pseudopod of water poking out of a puddle?
Yep.
It's the first time it's not hiding, though.
Yeah, cool. I guess I'll just sit on a boulder nearby it, non-threateningly, just sitting. And Celine will look at it and go, I'm very sorry, but I don't think any of my companions caught your name. If you feel like sharing. I figured if you're going to be watching us, then...
It kind of turns slowly to you.
That's quite extraordinary. Interesting.
And in a swift kind of almost fractal-like movement, there's a kind of as if a hand is extended towards you.
Love
I need
it.
you to make an intelligence saving throw.
Oh, so it is an asshole. Alright, fine.
No, it's a water blob.
A water weird?
You said intelligence save?
Mm-hmm.
I'm using advantage.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's a water hand.
22.
Oh, I have advantage.
There's a searing pain that flashes through your mind, and it seems as though this thing is not seeking to control you in any way.
Just to
It's
hurt you.
it's nor hurt you in a sense that you would lose health over this in the mechanical hit point scheme of things. But you do feel your thoughts being rifled through, as if it's searching for something through your mind. But you're able to, after a moment, collect yourself enough and shunt its influence over you out, such that it really only gets a surface sense of what you're about. As you push it out, it kind of, as quickly as it extended itself, it retracts in and just stays. Doesn't have eyes, but if it did, they'd be staring at you. And it just kind of looks you up and down. And then retracts into the water, and the water flows out of the basin, and in its place is a smooth, hemispherical, empty depression where there was once solid stone. It's now been kind of hewn out, so to speak.
Am I able to insight if it was trying to find memories attached to anything specifically? Because you said I got the sensation of it rifling.
Yeah, roll an
through.
insight check.
17.
17. You get the sense that it was, in the memories that it sought to access, it had to do with your ability to wield divine magic.
Interesting.
So you get the sense that it was seeking to understand the source of your own power.
Well, that's a quick headache. Alright. I'm gonna go back to Ray.
Yeah, as we open the water planes, I have a feeling this guy's gonna get stronger.
Probably.
We may have to deal with
that
it
does
later.
track with our luck so far.
Yeah.
I just got the sense that he was trying, or it was trying, to rifle through my memories of how I access divine magic. And if we couple that with the question it asked you about being worthy to wield the tear, I don't know if it wants to take it from you immediately, but it's seeking some sort of...
Oh, I think it wants me to open up the rest of the
Powerful
planes
opening
of
of
water.
Interesting. Anyway, I would suggest we be cautious with it.
I would agree. It's really old.
I
And like
also-
when I say it was huge, I mean like my whole body didn't even cover its eyeball. Like it's one eyeball, and I think it had like 6 million.
Well, then let's just
Or
say...
just 6.
Let's just say at a
But-
baseline, if we notice it appearing, we should probably have at least 2 people when we go to talk to it, just in case.
Okay.
This was more of an exploratory instance, but from now on, let's have 2.
Okay. I do know it can take over people, because when I went down...
I feel like you should have mentioned that before I went off by myself.
Well, it had its tentacle...
Might have been possibly a little important.
Okay, it had its, like, tentacle wrapped around the stone giant, and the stone giant was like... but, I mean, that is, to be fair, that is what stone giants look like.
Oh.
I mean, they're low, like, to be fair.
To be fair.
But... Yeah, no.
To be fair.
Shut up.
Something was
man.
going on with that stone giant.
I did just roll.
I know you did.
Mhm.
All right, let's go back to keeping watch now and just
Your watch ends. Who's on second watch?
I think I'll stay and watch.
Okay. Yep.
No,
Do we
you-
trust
you
you
go-
are
you go
you
take it.
you are effectively
we don't position the drooling
you're
person
getting a
near the
long rest
horizon.
through forced stasis.
Sweet.
You can't move even if you wanted to.
Okay, hold on.
Oh, I'm sorry, Matt. Never mind. I guess it doesn't matter. Did we get the benefit of our level up now? We did. Okay.
I hope so.
Yes, yes.
We rolled hit dice last week.
So then
Yeah.
before I go to sleep,
Ooh.
am going to cast Aid at 5th level, and I am extending it with a meta magic point. And then I'm going to bed.
So a day? So
Yep.
it lasts a day,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
8 hours to a day?
Up to 3 creatures.
Yeah.
5 above
Or does
7,
it double?
5,
I don't
10,
remember what it is.
15, 20. It's, by 20 points now.
Steve,
Mm-hmm.
Steve.
Mm-hmm.
The question is, in short, are you sure you want to do this?
I ask that every time.
The potential consequences for Steve's characters ad infinitum are dire should you fail.
Be fun. Your character doesn't last more than a month.
All of my characters?
Yeah, what does that mean?
It means that
I'm advocating for him right now.
it means that in the
Including
same
Antony?
way that
What's that?
there is a
What's your max
contractual obligation for Devil's
91.
Sight,
Okay.
this would impose a effect on all of Steve's characters.
Oh, either
Including
way.
Antony.
Hmm?
Including Antony?
Including Antony, if you...
I hear a cavalcade of text coming across.
So I am going to be reading to you the implications
If there are curse
verbatim,
words, read them.
verbatim, but I'm giving you the short version.
So not verbatim?
Yeah, not for
So here we go. No, that was my short
Oh, okay,
version.
gotcha. All right.
Here we go. Once you start, we don't stop.
Once you pop the phone,
Oh,
don't
I
stop.
thought this was going to be a poem for a second. I was going to be really impressed.
It might be.
time. Could
There-
be
I'm sure
ABA,
there's hidden
AC4.
things in this, so pay attention.
This is important. This is the second point here. Oh, well, okay. Yep. We want to emphasize first that what you're about to do at every step can increase your madness. Every single step, every roll. And at the further and deeper you go into it, there's not a chance of increasing madness. It will increase madness automatically. Again, if you pursue this, we are locked into this until the end, regardless of what it is, which could mean the death of Antony.
Oh,
You
no.
wouldn't play anymore.
No.
Second,
Do you have a peach ring? I'm stressed.
it permits madness to infect this game.
No! Steve!
Specifically for
That
players,
is it! You sold it to me.
specifically for players that have had an interface with Eberron in some way, which to date has been Cacophony, Ray, and Hashim.
Oh.
You don't even realize it yet.
I'm Celine.
Don't put me into this.
As well as myself.
Wait, Jake. Can you get me a water? Thanks.
Third, if your madness hits 20, batshit rolls are going to happen across every one of your characters in this game and in P-Farce's game. Emphasis on
Bad shit?
bad shit.
Bad shit.
Yep. If you hit 28 madness.
Bad like bad, or bad like bad.
Bad. If you hit 28 madness, even badder shit rolls are going to happen, which can have very negative consequences for Eberron as a whole.
Okay, that's the negative
We're
side.
not able to win
Yep.
this game because of you.
Hold on.
I'll be so.
There is no.
Is there a chance?
There is no sense of
positive
in this.
I know.
You're just giving the potential downside consequences.
Is this
But do you know the
worth it?
positives?
Does
Is this
Does
actually worth
Anthony
it?
think that knowledge of Delore is going to help his task at stopping the void, or
If we ever get there.
We die next episode.
Anthony
TPK.
would understand that given the cessation of passage of the souls from life into the afterlife, there is something that has gone haywire with the Raven Queen and the Shadowfell, and insofar as they intersect and overlap, Delore.
and does he think that making a connection will have a positive impact on his quest pertaining to that?
The more that you understand about Delore, the better.
That was the wrong answer, Matt.
Goodness.
Um,
Don't you leave it to the dice on things like this?
can I tweak out for
We
a
just
couple
sing.
more hours? Let me think
I
about
think
this.
I think I have.
That was a big dump.
I think I have adequately expressed the message, P-Farce.
I
If
think
there's
so.
anything else you would like me to deliver, please let me know.
It seems dire.
Again, once you start, the train's left. We play it through to conclusion.
Are you gonna make him roll on the table so
What
it's
are
not
the
just me?
positives? I know the negatives.
I
What
know,
are the
right?
positives?
Not being shared.
He gets lore.
Well,
I have had no positive shared with me, other than there will be
person-
rolls on the table.
the person making this choice is Anthony. By the way, I'm not making this choice. He heard things that he thought could help him on his mission.
You are Anthony.
I did not kill that man. Anthony
no.
did it.
Anthony is me. But so is
It's
Veronica.
getting too existential for me.
I'm out.
Just let me smash things, man. Just let me That's what I want to do. I want to rage and smash.
What does the crowd say?
Well,
I think the crowd's like,
P-Farce is saying Steve is making this decision. Zantelli's is saying X to doubt that Steve
Yes.
isn't Stevening.
This is not Anthony. This is Steve making his choice.
Leroy Jenkins? Yes, it is, in spirit.
I mean, I want to. I wish you wouldn't have read me those.
You haven't
negative
shared
things.
any positives.
That was all bad.
That was
we
all
don't even know
bad.
if there's any good.
I
It
don't
could
know.
just be purely bad.
Jake!
Are you rolling to determine?
Jake's like, I'm out of the game for a month in a few weeks.
That's an unwise
You
choice,
guys-
is what I'm
Right,
supposed to
that's what
make
I'm
right
saying.
now.
Huh?
I rolled an unwise roll.
Meaning? You're gonna do it?
He rolled strength instead of wisdom.
For the story. For the funsies. If I have to retire from D&D for a
No.
little while, totally worth it.
Fine, he has to roll on the table.
You actually convinced me by saying to do it. So,
I'm
No, he
clearly
didn't.
lying.
Jake, it's
I'll
his
roll
fault.
for him.
Get the
Wait,
sparkly dice that always crit fail at the wrong
Are
moments.
you doing this?
I believe he is accepted.
Are you doing it?
Your modifier is plus 16 presently.
Is it still 16?
I believe it is 16.
So I will hit 20 in this.
You're not just
It
affecting
is highly likely
you.
that
So it's bad the
I'll
higher
have
you
bad
go?
rolls for all
Is that
characters.
good or bad?
That's bad, right?
I don't know.
Bad to hit
There-
20.
It's bad.
it's bad.
You have a plus 19 to start?
Listen,
16.
No,
first
it's
of
plus
all,
16.
I'm going to
So I
hit
should roll
20 at some
under a
point.
4.
All right, Steve.
Anthony's not
This
involved
affects
in
you
that
and I
yet.
because we've touched.
Do you guys
Yeah,
want
it's fine.
madness in this
Eberron.
game?
Steve, here's the deal.
And
Jake,
in fact,
you
Celine,
can't
she
win.
was in Eberron.
Yeah.
Here's the deal. You can't win.
Are you sure?
Yeah, you have a 15% chance of winning.
Did any of you buy lottery tickets yesterday?
No. Because you
Couple
couldn't
days
win
ago.
statistically.
Not yesterday.
Did any
I
of
mean,
you?
you'd have to roll under a
A 3.
4?
A 3.
Under a 3?
3.
Have Celine roll for you.
Yeah.
Perfect use of my talent.
No.
This situation was made for me.
Successes.
No.
I can't stop rolling 3s!
Yeah, pretty much.
No, my bonus to a madness roll, like a strength roll, is 16. I
Right.
don't have to
Right,
not
so if
get
you
a
hit
20.
But-
20,
Yeah, that's my question. Do you have to beat 20 on your rolls? Or it's like the
This
DC
is a
set?
separate, that's a separate.
Okay. But if you hit 20, what happens?
bad things.
If I get one
Like-
madness 4 times,
4 times, yeah.
bad things.
Okay.
To all his characters.
All of my characters.
I don't have enough information.
About positives.
No, in
I mean, with
general.
a plus 16, what can go wrong?
You want to know what can go wrong? Last time we played, we went with that logic, and he just shunted his character into the past, the present, and the future all at the same time.
Ooh.
Oh, it's like his Christmas story then.
Just not a good one. He's Scrooge 3 times.
With no
Uh.
ending resolution.
Let's just move on.
Why would I
Long
change my
rest.
ways? Give me a minute. Okay,
Finish
let's
our
long
finish some of the
rest.
night here.
Oh, boy.
Would
So-
you be happy not?
We'll come back.
We'll
to it.
come back. You understand now what's happened. Hasheen, as you wake up feeling your body swollen and buffed out, you take the rest, you take the watch. And as you are watching, please roll a perception check.
With strength.
I'm gonna stare at Steve until he makes a decision.
No, I'm still quacking. Leave me alone.
15.
No, I'm looking at Steve.
Wait, is
You
Ranger
don't-
saying do it?
He's saying that he's getting liquor. At least that's what he
Oh,
just
what a
told me.
mood.
McDucked.
How did that become a
You
mood
don't
for this
see so much as hear a kind of whoosh of wind and stone that is almost right next to you, like 10 feet away.
Wind and stone. Do I
Yep.
see it?
Think of the stories I
I'd
can
like
tell
to
my
turn around to
grandchildren.
You
look.
quickly turn, and in your dark vision, you see taking shape out of nothing
I mean, would you have fun with it?
the Tao
Great.
Oh, hey, I pursued
that
persuasion
you
on this guy.
that
Wait, hold
you
on.
previously
That's talking.
Sorry.
trapped,
Yeah,
that Hugo trapped
and made a deal with.
and made a deal with, and took the
Censure.
censure from.
Oh, hey, buddy.
The
The confident greeting you go
the
with.
I think
Tao.
it was a girl, wasn't it?
It was a she.
I don't remember.
It
That's
was
why
a
I
she.
went with buddy.
It was a she.
Ben,
She looks at you.
What's up, buckaroo?
She looks at you and
Buckarest.
kind of
What dice
nods
are you
approvingly. She says,
I'll use this one.
"Well, it seems you have taken my master's power.
Oh,
Uh,
I thought she was a fire element.
you
No,
know,
Earth. Tower
That's
Earth.
good.
I read the book.
You read the stone.
I did.
What did you learn?
Well, let me just say, I can look at the wall and just know where to punch it. Just pow! Right there. Weak spot.
Show me."
Give me a wall. Do you have mason tools? I need those too. Yeah, hold out my hand.
She motions towards the wall.
Mason tools.
She just smiles
Okay.
and collapses the wall.
Yeah, I need mason tools too. It was like a prerequisite.
I thought you said you had them.
I lied.
Okay.
I'm a liar. I've lied about most of this campaign.
What is your aim?
It's pretty true. Yeah. I hit most things.
He is a sharpshooter.
I knew he was gonna say that, you idiot.
She doesn't crack a smile. She just keeps looking at you.
Oh, you mean like in life? What's my aim? I'd like to get home. Is that what you're talking about? Or like, why did I read the tablet? Oh, that one. Why didn't you just say that? I don't know. It seemed cool.
You don't understand what you've done, do you?
Could you? I might. I want to see if you understand what I did.
We can't do anything right, can we?
I cannot believe a fool took the power.
Okay, what's it mean?
But your group is strong. I can understand these.
Don't.
What's wrong with him?
He Have you ever heard of?
I'm gonna clash with madness. That's what I'm gonna do.
Have you ever heard of the lore?
I'm doing it. It's happening.
No.
Insight.
Get ready for us.
10.
Gives a sincere kind of
I'll play
look of.
NPCs.
I'm a great judge of character. You seem to be telling the truth. So, he had some sort of encounter with the lore, and he's been quacking like a duck and occasionally mooing. I imagine it's not a good thing.
I'm not gonna die. Don't worry.
That's a shame.
I have faith in Ilmater.
What did I do?
You've
Well, one
touched
of my
the power of
characters
the
does.
earth,
And? Like, I mean, I'm stronger.
and you have channeled it into your
Bigger, stronger.
little body. You have the ear of the immovable rock.
I don't have elf ears anymore? Or, again, are we talking metaphorical? I'm lost.
My master will call to you. And should you assist him, heed his beck. He will assist you. You deprived him of one prize. She looks over at the sleeping cacophony. And then back to you.
Mhm.
And have taken another for yourself. That is most impressive.
I am pretty impressive.
Well, you can put that impressive. She looks you up and down.
I'm...
Bulk to the test.
Yeah, okay. How so?
He will let you know. Sadiq.
Okay, Siddiqa.
And if you are truly worthy, as the power suggests, you may have an ally in the foundations of the earth.
Cool. That's, that sounds good. Should we shake on that?
No,
No.
he already has you.
Oh, okay.
Oh boy.
Hey, do you have mason tools? Damn. All right.
As she disperses and leaves, there's a trowel
Yes.
Yes.
All right.
and a chisel, a rock hammer.
Nice.
Are there anything that looks like a wall close by?
No.
How about that mountain over there?
There's a large.
There's a mountain.
Yes.
I want to look for the weak spot. Do I see it?
You do.
This is gonna be our downfall.
This is gonna be endgame important to finding a way under the storm. I just know it.
Okay. I
You
know I
gotta
could bring you
Shawshank us
down,
there.
but I'm not going to. I put him away and I just watch.
It's
Right.
incredible.
So, you in your, you can make a note that Ogremok is considered a ally for you.
It's pretty nice.
We got a lot of deities on our side.
But that comes with strings.
Of course.
As does everything in this
Well, I'm
campaign.
already a warlock, so I mean,
All right, Steve,
Ogremok.
you've decided that you want to do this. Is that what I heard you say?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Okay.
Wait, let me write down this
How do you spell
timestamp
Ogremok?
so I know when
850
OGR.
PM.
Where it all went wrong.
For the good of the story,
Uh,
for the good of all of our
MOCH.
stories, I'm doing
But
this.
So
Steve,
what was
are
it?
you okay with
MOCH.
potentially not playing? MACH?
MOCH.
You guys just need to solve this one quickly.
Solve? What are we solving? The
No, I'm gonna
storm.
live. I'm gonna live. Don't worry.
Be the storm. That'd
In
be
real
the-
life, Steve is going to be fine.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
fine. I'll
I
be
know.
fine.
But
You might not.
I would
play.
like to continue to play with you.
We will. We will play together. I'm not gonna die.
Just not on Tuesday nights anymore.
This man's.
Second Saturday every month. Parsons games, maybe. No.
It affects your character there
All
too.
right.
Do you come back as Antony the White?
Let's do this.
That'd be pretty cool.
Well,
We don't know about any positives. All
But
right.
that
do it.
doesn't mean there aren't any.
I know.
Yeah.
that's what I'm reaching for. I'm not even reaching.
You know how Garrett thinks.
Negatively.
No, Garrett is actually pretty fair and balanced.
Yes.
He just, in that, he won't fudge a roll.
Test,
what
the
you
test is
get.
incoming.
I don't want to
Exa-
take up this whole episode.
Who's,
no.
who's taking
Go
the
for
third watch?
Was I
I will.
second?
You were the second watch. Cacophony. Hashin wakes you. He looks pretty jacked.
Yeah. Time to get up, eh?
Were you always like that?
Yeah, about, I've been working on my lats. So,
Okay.
let me, it's a little tight over here for my wide body now, so I'm gonna go lay down.
Your sleeping bag is just bursting.
The sleeves are
You
popping.
guys, you remember Captain America, the first Captain America, when he goes into the pod and they
Comes out Jack.
infuse him
Oh,
with
yeah.
Yeah.
with-
He was not scrawny before.
yeah. So that is
kind of, yeah.
definitely
Maybe not that
what
scrawny,
just
but-
happened, where he went from the scrawny, lithe,
Yeah, that's a better word.
half elf form to now a
I'm
chiseled,
Steve Rogers,
bulking.
bitch.
And I'm just thinking
Oh,
my
I
memory
can't
might
wait
be a
to
little
party.
foggy from being dead. I'm just like, oh,
yeah, maybe, I guess. Okay. Yeah.
maybe you did always look like that.
Wow.
Alright.
Seiko's no
I
joke.
instantly have no sleeves.
They just pop off.
No, I rip them. These bad boys need to be seen.
Lane rolls over in her sleep.
He has a document called Steving.
Dude, this may not be good for you. He's had time to think. I think you gotta roll him live, dude. You
All
gotta
right.
roll him on camera.
Steve,
Yo.
Are you sure?
you have enacted the test of Steving,
Oh my gosh.
also
Wow.
known as the test of madness.
My heart's beating.
One in the
If I would have
same.
said no, he would have had to change the name of that book. You know that, right?
No, because he knows you're just gonna say yes eventually.
This begins with a question. You may give one answer
Mhm.
and one answer only.
Yeah.
The first word that you speak is your answer.
Oh my gosh.
First word that you
It is a
speak,
one-word
Steve.
answer.
Mm.
Are you ready to hear the question?
No one make a joke.
Yeah, we're done here, guys.
'Kay.
Let him go.
Here is the question. These are the words. It is 6 words. What is the truth in madness?
Does that count as a word? The chuckle? No.
Don't bait him into saying
It's a
anything.
one-word answer?
What is the truth in madness? One word answer.
Jesus!
No, just let him think. This was probably some obscure utterance on a game 6 months ago.
When you are ready to give your answer, we will come back to you. Cacophony.
Yes.
You're already at the biggest hurdle. All right, sorry.
Do you have your notes?
After Hashin goes down to bed, you begin to look out, and a jumbled mess of thoughts and emotions begin to flood your mind. You remember fighting against the Stone Maidens. You remember your last moments staring up, wide-eyed, screaming out as the fists of 2 of the Stone Maidens impacted upon you The first, completely knocking the breath out. You couldn't even get a scream. Ah! As your body was just impacted
That was a great dying bird noise.
and broken.
That was a great dying bird noise. Great job.
Knowledge.
That is correct.
This is like, you have to answer it in the form of a question, though. Doesn't count. What is knowledge?
Can I
No, I'm
find
going
it
to
for
answer would be
knowledge?
the first one is
I-
what?
I know.
That is correct.
What is the truth?
Holy
We
crap.
now proceed with a correct answer. You do not need to roll a madness roll.
How many more? 5?
I hope there aren't more questions.
Steve, question number 2.
Same rules.
Same rules. This is also a one-word answer. Steve, I need you to identify whether Antony or Varenway entered Dolor first, relative to their respective calendar year. The answer is either Antony or Varenway.
50-50.
It's a fake history test on worlds that don't actually exist.
I need to clarify. So let's say Varanway lived 1,000 years ago and Anthony lived now. You're asking if one was in February and one was in November?
Yes, relative to their calendar year.
Thank you.
You may ask for hints. If you do so, you have to roll a d20.
Oh, you just tacked that on.
What if I ask a specific question?
Like, what's
What-
the right
you-
answer?
Like, not like give me a hint, but
Like to clarify.
We will roll a d20 and then I will give you the answer.
um.
As far as long as I know it. Yep. That would
ask
be
about the current status. I don't even know what time of year it is in Anthony's world right now.
Well, did you say calendar year or calendar month?
So are you asking what is the current?
No, I'm not asking for any hints.
Okay. Okay.
Do you mean in real time? Like,
Relative to their calendar year, through the calendar year, who entered Dolor earlier in their respective calendar year, Antony or Varenway?
Varanway.
That is correct. Varenway entered first.
Holy cow, this is stressful. I would fail this immediately.
No hints were asked, no rolls were made, no madness is added. Number 3.
what
My hands are
is
sweating.
Because you have answered correctly to the first 2 questions, you now have the opportunity
Of course, I'm doing it.
to answer the following question. Please identify the planes associated with both the mark of shadow and the mark of death.
You should know that. This is the worst
Is this the
trivia
same
night
rule
I've
of
ever
one
been a
word
part of.
answer or what? I assume
No.
not.
No.
Name the planes that are associated with the plane of shadows and
The mark of shadow and the mark of death.
Oh.
It's both the mark of shadow, the mark of death.
Mark of death or the mark of true death?
The mark of death.
Um.
So please identify the planes associated with both the mark of shadow and the mark of death.
Yes.
Well, what do you mean by associated? Like, directly or indirectly?
What's the word is?
There are planes that influence those marks.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes. But there are other planes that influence those planes that influence those marks, which technically influence those marks. All the planes, all of them influence each of them. That's how balance is brought. That's the answer. All of them.
Well, you only think about that for like a hot second.
Tell me it's not. If one's out of balance, everything creates chaos and madness. That means all of them are influencing each one. Thank you. Correct answer. I don't care what you say.
Steve, you have to roll now.
That is an incorrect answer.
You didn't even think about
Your
it.
The person who
is-
made the test.
Your
is
madness is
incorrect.
now 18.
Oh, it jumped by 2.
Mabar.
No. Alright.
And the reason why it went to 2 is because it is wrong for both.
Actually,
Both!
It's right for both.
So there's 2 answers.
Prove
You said Mabar. Which mark are you seeking to associate with Mabar?
it. Death.
That is correct.
Oh, now I have to actually answer it?
There are multiple planes for each mark. You've correctly answered Mabar as one of the planes that influence the mark of death.
Mm-hmm. Are we talking only Eberron here? Do I have notes?
It is Eberron.
I'm not Googling, by the way.
It is the mark of death in Eberron. In particular, in P-Farce's Eberron.
Oh, yes. Where is my character? Sorry for slowing you all down here.
You've never stood us down with Steving before.
I know. Oh, where's my...
This is better than clam smashing. I think on the rank
These
of
were
Manticore,
helpful.
clam smashing, and existential
It's in Discord.
erasing.
Cacophony.
Go ahead.
In the midst of
No, you're gonna get madness.
the broken memories, there is a face.
Lamania. That's right.
What are you associating Lamania with?
Shadow.
That is correct. There are more planes that remain for each.
What question is this now? Or the same one?
Same question.
Oh,
Sorry.
he can't move on until he...
Wow.
Good thing I answered the first 2 right away. What is... Lamania, Mabar,
So in Candlekeep, are you gonna...
A face, Cacophony,
Hanging?
a masked face.
Interesting.
I'll keep
A
doing
face
that one because that's every other week.
Does
I'll
not
click
have
right
the
there 'cause it's every week.
mask of a plague doctor, so to speak, that you have been accustomed to with the Raven Queen.
She's
Okay.
3 weeks out.
And this is a hooded figure. The mask has one crease of its mouth upturned in a smile,
Uh-oh.
and one crease of its mouth downturned in a frown.
Matching the statue.
Okay.
Eberron.
It just seems to be in your mind's eye, staring at you. And you get the sense that you could almost speak to it if you cared to.
Matt?
This figure.
Is anyone else? No one else is awake around me,
That
right?
is correct.
Okay. Then I would.
Okay?
I can't find...
Who are you?
That's me.
In your mind's eye, in your memory, you recall the statue's face turning and looking,
I'm saying, are they on Google Drive?
but it says nothing.
I have my
It just
Drive.
seems to stare all the more intently.
I
Yeah.
have one note too, but I didn't write them all down.
In the peripheral of the memory, a book is kind of brought into view. One half says life, one half says death.
And I wouldn't be able to interact with my memory necessarily. Like
You
to
are,
see
you're-
the
you're
book.
Yeah, it's kind of
Like
like
if I didn't
a
see
fixed
it
frame.
there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't even know the names of all of them.
Of all the planes, You can, if you need to look up the planes, I believe.
No, that'll probably tell me.
P-Farce, is he allowed to look up the planes?
Don't forget,
So
you
he
can also ask
knows
for a hint.
the names of the planes at least.
What did I say already? Lamania and.
You said Lamania and Mabar. You associated Lamania with the mark of shadow and Mabar with the mark of death.
Which was correct.
Both
Oh.
of those were correct.
Lamania and Mabar with death. Steve makes me stress eat.
No, not that.
What? Google cannot. Yeah, I'm
Not a...
not. Death. Mabar. I know. Sounds strange, but Irian. I'm wondering, these three influence. Alright, yeah. Death is Mabar and Irian.
So you're saying Irian is. You are also associating Irian with the mark of death.
Yep.
That is correct.
And Delore.
And Delore.
Uh-oh. There was a pause.
I'm already at 18.
You've associated Mabar, Irian, and Delore with the mark of death. You have successfully named all of the marks
Oh.
of the planes that influence the mark of death. Mark of shadow remains. You have successfully identified Lamania as one of the planes that influences the mark of shadow.
And Mabar.
That is correct. You've
it's a two?
successfully identified all of the planes that influence the mark of shadow
Oh,
and
I thought there was another one.
I'm throwing you a bone and cutting you off. Mark of shadow and the mark of death.
So he moves on.
To the afterlife. He's dead.
Number 4.
How many
Halfway.
This is the last piece.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I might get 20 if I get 2 on this one.
Steve,
Hold on. Let me
Antony,
open my one. Anthony.
as his brain as your brain begins to clear and clarify, there is a duality within your awareness. As if you're having a conversation within yourself.
I am. Oh, Anthony.
Antony can ask a number of questions of Varenway
Oh.
equal to Antony's intelligence ability modifier, which is
That's handy.
currently a +5,
5.
or vice versa. Varenway can ask questions of Antony. And the answer from one character to the next, to the other, is understood, heard and understood by the other.
What if Steve doesn't know the answer, but he thinks Baranway does?
I feel like I'm
For
on an
each
air.
question asked, Steve,
Oh, don't answer that question. I don't want madness.
for each question asked, you, Steve, must roll a d20.
Oh, okay. Each of the 5 questions.
If the roll is lower than your current madness, you gain a point of madness.
Just a flat D20?
If the roll is higher,
Dude.
you gain no further madness.
Dude.
Do I have to
You
crit?
have a 10% chance of win.
If the roll is equal to your madness,
Which is 18?
then P-Farce will let me know what happens.
Oh my goodness.
This is knowledge that Antony can gain directly from Varenway
Not worth it.
and incorporate into his understanding of how things are working, which is what you asked. You asked, how do I understand Delore to be influencing?
How does the situation in Delore
Yep.
affect my goals here? Yeah.
And it is, you are speaking to Varenway as he is right now.
As he is right now?
Right now.
So I have to roll an 18, 19, or 20 to not gain
See,
Fire Madness.
I know where he was the last time I heard about him, but I don't know where he is right now. How do you think about these questions? Go ahead.
Okay. So you have up to 5 questions to ask.
All right.
And there is a roll each time.
Yep.
So you got a 15% chance of passing, at least.
So someone
You have earned yourself 2 rerolls. This is not advantage.
Gotcha.
It's a reroll. Meaning you must take the second roll.
Yep.
And there are consequences for the degree of failure
Understood.
underneath your madness roll.
I'm clashing with madness. Questions. Okay.
Cacophony, the masked figure in your memory seems to regard you with the book in hand. You've asked who it is. It has not given an answer. Do you care to interact with it in any other way?
So, seeing that it's not responding and thinking asking more questions may not get an answer, I'm going to try and mirror its movement. Sort
Okay.
of mimic it.
Okay. So you kind of stand up and cock your head slightly.
Yeah, and just look the mask in the eye is
Okay.
best.
You kind
that I
of
can
take
see his
out your
eyes.
own book and you open it.
Yep.
Please roll a wisdom saving throw.
Y'all are crazy.
$25.
Yeah, Cacophony. Okay.
As you put your Kenku mimicry to not just good use, but to masterful and very intricate pantomime of this memory that you have. You feel the power of death almost affirming you, as if you're receiving its approval. And it feels much like the times when the Raven Queen has blessed you. But it's different in that this is a power from the same plane that you had previously connected with, and you feel the power within your own mark of death on your bone hand surge.
Interesting.
What is the feat that you took at level 8?
I took
athlete, right?
I believe you took the tough
tough.
feat.
Yes. And,
Yeah. You took the tough feat.
and then there was another one that I guess I was supposed to take that I never did.
Well, and
was
you took-
Shadow Touched.
You took Shadow Touched.
Yes.
Okay.
Good ones.
And for your invocation, because didn't you get an invocation as well?
She should.
That I don't know.
Go
So-
go back to like if you were
Oh.
go to ability
As it
or
the
class. I'm sorry.
the mark of death surges upon your hand.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Class features.
This one should take a level 1 cleric.
So
Oh, I didn't do it.
no, you didn't. So do your feet. Take tough.
I already did.
Where?
Well, we'll fix
Oh,
this
did
later.
it? Yeah. maybe it
Essentially,
didn't-
you get
I didn't do it right.
you get the ability to cast false life on yourself at will.
Oh, cool.
Oh.
It is not a crazy powerful ability, but you get the sense that you can command a facsimile of life for yourself. Casting false life gives you 1d4 plus 4 as temporary hit points. So it will stack on to whatever your hit point. The unique quality of this is that you can do so as a bonus action
Yes.
instead of as an action.
Ooh,
And
that's cool.
It does
Mhm.
not count as a spell slot for you.
Ooh, that's even cooler.
Yeah. Yeah. I
It's a good deal.
went for HP after coming back to life.
Can't blame me on that one.
Dude, she's just as jacked as Sheen now. You're
So,
both
so
super
hypothetically,
muscular.
on your turns, you
That's
can buff yourself with 1d4 plus 4 temporary hit points as a bonus action each turn. All right. Make a note of that, and that is a enhancement to your connection to the plane of Delore.
Awesome.
Steven,
Yo.
Whoa, I called you Steven. That's not good. You got full named there.
what are you thinking?
He's frantically scrabbling. Do
I
you want
got-
to do a giveaway while
I
he's finishing
got one
this out?
question first.
Okay, is this a
I don't know
clarifi-
where he
a
is.
clarifying question?
No. This is a question I'm asking. I'm not clarifying anything.
So this is Antony asking Varenway.
So you are gonna roll. To be
This is
clear.
where I went.
Yeah.
Grab it.
I'm
Okay.
not rolling a knowledge.
Well, you don't
roll.
need to roll
do
until
that.
after you've asked the question.
That's if you're adding one that you shouldn't.
I know where he was last. I don't know where he is now, but
Read it from there.
Anthony in his
Go
quacking
back into
stops quacking,
creating the character.
and he asks, "Is there a space
Class features
between
tab.
things that are remembered, or a thread that you can show, tell, or enlighten me on concerning Dolores'
Effectively does the same
impact
thing, but you're
I
on
added it the right way.
Yeah.
Got it.
or on the convergence in our world?
Okay, please repeat that once more, just so PFARS can hear it.
Is there a space between things that are remembered, or a thread that you can show or tell or enlighten me on concerning Dolores' impact on the convergence of our world,
Okay.
my world?
Antony asks that question of Varenway.
Uh-huh.
Lord.
Is there a space between things that are remembered,
Or a thread connecting.
or a thread connecting, or a cord
Mm-hmm.
between the, what would you say, the goings on in Delore?
Show or tell, enlighten me on concerning
Why don't you type it in the chat?
Dolores' impact on the convergence in my world.
There is a response.
Maybe.
Shrug.
From Varenway. There is.
It's always gonna give me.
Perhaps I can find the page. As you hear a rustling, or rather a shifting. I see the threads of which you speak. Further shifting.
This Baron talking?
That's Varenway talking.
Cool.
It is a voice that is humble, yet confident. A voice that seems to impart wisdom, yet does not do so from a place of haughty intellect.
This is Steve's character?
It is now time for you to roll a d20. Would you like to roll on camera?
Yes.
Yeah, you should.
Yes.
You may
You
use
want me to.
your own dice, or you can use one
Oh,
of mine.
you offer that choice now? Wish I'd known.
It wouldn't have mattered for you.
Let me dream, Harold.
Did you call me Harold?
That's what it sounded like.
Now you may choose. You may choose.
That was my nickname in college.
Why?
Wow.
What just happened?
Ladies and gentlemen,
What's that like, Steve?
Ladies and
Describe it to me.
this is a natural 20
Wow.
on this die.
Awesome!
He just threw it down. No hesitation. Walked up.
That's
bam.
incredible.
You have to treat it like it's nothing, and that's what Steve
The
did.
dice have spoken.
He made that roll his bitch.
Fate can't be changed.
Holy
anyway.
cow!
This was
What
fate
the
itself.
P-Farce urged you not to use the DM's dice, and you
Oh,
were,
I never do.
you were,
Yeah.
Did he really? I didn't even read that.
Yeah.
Dude.
yep.
You Steph Curry'd that. You shot the ball, turned around, started running up court before it went in the hoop. You just
Oh, yeah, I
knew
gotta
it was
clip
going
that.
in.
20.
158. I gotta clip that. That's incredible.
Steve continues to Steve. This episode is just called Steve.
What is it? Tell you have to compare. Don't
Sorry.
compare us.
I'm sorry.
I'm not in this.
I didn't mean to do this.
I don't know if I can take any more. I think we just call it after this. My heart
man
hurts.
just walked away from it. How did you just went up and
I
did
don't
it?
have any more questions.
That's
Hold on.
incredible.
I need
Well,
an
then you're
answer.
I
good.
can't believe you rolled a natural 20.
Hey, don't take my die. Leave that. Oh, you cursed it.
I just rolled a 3.
He did just curse it. You should
No
have
more
taken
touching.
your dice.
No more touching.
No
I'm
touching.
gonna roll again. Another 3.
Wow.
All right.
You won't do it again.
It's not yours. It's mine.
You couldn't do it again. Wouldn't happen. What are the odds?
Do you want to see if I roll a 1?
The odds are 1 in 8,000.
There is a 3 there.
There's a 3. 13.
Okay. I rolled a 20. I don't know what that means. This was a knowledge roll?
Lit RPGs for the win.
This was a. It was not a. You had to beat your madness.
This was a see if you live roll.
Oh, I did beat my madness.
You
Yeah.
beat your madness.
Yes,
And I am now.
Oh wow.
There are now rolls.
That's why he just blew it up and walked away. He didn't know the brevity of the roll.
There are now rolls incoming.
I can imagine Garrett is shoving his palms through the back of his head right now.
Yeah. And these are rolls. There are no modifiers.
Got it.
This is what it is.
Gotcha.
Crit and walked away.
My head hurts.
He is preparing
more
the answer to the
questions.
question.
Okay.
After he has said,
Steve.
there
He
is.
sees the threads.
Yep.
Okay.
Perhaps I can find a page. I see the threads of which you speak. There's a pause.
That's a good roll to crit on.
Yeah.
I need more.
The rest of you
We all need to be
awake.
Just watching him. You can do this, bud.
Oh no,
Well,
we've
that's a
added
new
owl
one, guys.
sounds.
That's new,
Yeah.
yeah.
It must be going well.
When you awake, Antony is hovering
Oh boy.
about 50 feet in the air.
This is the scene from Strange. If only I could make a deal with God. Come back!
What's your favorite song?
Celine, do you wanna get him, or do you want me to get him?
Yep, I'm going.
He didn't always do that, right?
No.
That's new.
No, I used to be in some classes.
Everyone, look up there. He's pretty high. I am.
I don't know. I don't know if you're giving us a chance to do something. Are you giving us a chance to do something?
When
You
become so
see
good
him
at,
hovering about
illusion
50
magic.
feet in the air. He seems to be speaking. You don't hear what he's
Okay.
saying, but his lips are moving. And he is hovering with almost a Triforce kind of triangle in his hand.
Of course. Power pose.
No,
Mighty
it's
Morphin
upright.
Rage.
It's upright. And as he speaks, one hand moves, and then the other hand moves.
You know what we should do? Let's just put a mattress under him, so in case he falls,
Yeah,
and
let
then
him
we'll just kind of rest until.
Move on. Yeah, just call it a day.
Yeah,
All right.
until he's ready.
I like that idea.
I'm
give him his
debating if I
space.
should do some risky
You all
shit right now.
successfully acquire your long rest. And
Do we level
While
up?
we are waiting on the next bit from this, I'm going to do the first giveaway of the night.
Nice.
If you would like your opportunity to either win
Steve.
a set of dice or a $5 gift card to DM's Guild, then for your chance, please type into the chat right now, ! Steve.
It has to be.
Steve.
Exclamation point STEVE. Exclamation point
Can't believe
Steve.
you threw a crit and walked away.
Happy
For your chance to win your dice or a $5 gift card. If folks outside of the continental US win, then you will get a gift card. Otherwise, you have a chance at winning the dice or the gift card, your choice. Exclamation point Steve. As Steve hovers there,
Wait, clarify. Anthony
Who's
or
this
Steve?
new person?
as Antony hovers there,
He was about to kill you, dude.
you begin to kind of walk underneath him, and as you walk, his body kind of moves with you.
Oh, I don't even have to fly out.
Oh, he's like on a leash now. This is incredible.
Oh, I have an idea. Let's walk him into something.
What? Yes!
Yep.
Ray will run into a mountain. Where's the weak spot, Hashim?
It's right there!
Ray goes right to where it is.
Ray, you run up to the mountain, and he is kind of staying between you and the rest of the party about halfway. He seems to be
Ah, Ray will stop
stabilized
before
in
she
the middle.
hits.
All right. He was an idea.
Let's all run it to the mountain.
as you all begin moving on to the next leg of your journey. He follows behind like a dog on a leash. I need someone to roll a d20 on the random roll table, as you have 4 days left on
Go ahead,
Adam,
shoot
roll
Coffee.
it.
4 days
in
left.
honor of you not being
17.
17.
Oh, we better not have a fight.
Hold on, let me see what this
But
is.
the good news is we have living
He's
bait
T-posing!
50 feet in the air.
Yeah.
He's
Why
gonna
is that?
he's gonna float behind
What is it,
manticores.
the harpy that we went into the
Yeah.
nest? Gets
That's
eaten
actually
by-
fitting. That's fitting. That's fitting.
You stop it.
Fire is rained down from the heavens, and Steve takes the brunt of it.
As you are walking, as you are walking,
Quick, hide underneath them.
You're gonna die anyway.
Wait, aren't you immune to fire?
No.
Not anymore. That was only on Limbo.
Oh yeah, that's right.
as you're walking, and your eyes are frequently trailing up to the sky to keep an eye on Antony in his ongoing conversation with himself.
Deep speech.
You notice
That's what it is.
a bulbous, spherical
Where are you going with this?
protrusion
Not getting any better yet.
How old is he?
That
Not
got a
on
pretty big
machine.
chuckle out of you over there.
nor is it on Antony or any of the males in the party.
Ooh, plot twist.
Yeah.
Right? Now that's character development.
It is in the fire laden clouds behind Antony. You know that they are constantly roiling with the burst of flame, and there is almost a layer of magma that seems to coalesce and disperse throughout this plane. Magma storms have been known to rain down, and you actually at one time escaped one of them. And there is a burst of energy that at first would seem to signal a magma storm, but you recognize quickly that this is localized. And instead, there seems to be something happening atmospherically just beyond Antony. Please roll a perception check, all of you, except for Antony.
I see everything.
Nope.
Halfling luck.
Did you roll? A 1?
An 11.
Cacophony?
I rolled a 1.
You rolled a 1 as well?
7.
That's a whopping
Okay, Celine?
3.
I'll use a sorcery point because it's a failed check. Because I rolled an 8.
Depending on the rest of you.
Wow, you've all rolled low.
We're
Dang.
looking down instead of up.
Yeah.
That would be a 9.
Okay.
27.
Oh, of course.
Thank goodness.
Hugo.
How do you not see it, guys?
All of you see
Different directions.
you see the fiery clouds, and you quickly have an overwhelming sense of concern for your friend who is exposed to the clouds.
Thanks, guys.
Nice.
Hugo, you see this, and at first you share that same concern, but then you recognize that this swirling mass of clouds seems to be cutting through the atmospheric firestorm. It seems to be almost controlling it. You peer closer. And though it is at great height from you, impossible to tell with certainty, you get the sense that there's something physical shrouded by these clouds. You tighten your gaze, piercing. And you swear you see a parapet, a wall. Is that a tower? What did you roll?
27.
7. Not above a 30, but that's definitely a tower in the clouds. Roll a history check.
Thank goodness I'm good at that now.
Don't say that.
29.
Say it.
While you've never seen one yourself, this reminds you of what you have read about some of Ray's people. Or rather, kin. This feels very much like a cloud giant.
How dare you call them my kin?
A cloud giant castle in the sky. And they seem to be following you, watching you. As you look, it seems to stop as you all have stopped. And it quickly fades back into the storm. As you continue walking again, you look up, and the rest of them don't quite know what to look for, but you see it. Masked, hidden, shrouded, obscured, obfuscated. Can't think of any other synonyms for that word, but it's there.
Do you all see that?
Looks like
See what?
looks like some lava, maybe. You know what I could do to protect him from lava is I could create like a water coffin around him.
No, that's...
It's not just a magma storm?
No, I'm pretty sure. Ray, you might be intrigued in this because I'm pretty sure that's... I think so. It's a cloud giant tower.
Ray smashes her hammer down and kind of turns and stares up at them, trying to like be as intimidating as she can be.
Aren't you one of them?
A cloud giant! You take that dirt out of your mouth!
That doesn't know.
Ay.
I mean, they look the same, you know?
But
Ray goes to punch him, but she holds back just at the last second.
Hey,
Whoa,
channel that
hey.
anger at your fellow cloud giants, okay?
I'd say, while I won't put 100% certainty on it. I've
Jake
only
is bored
seen.
and clearly just egging you on.
And that's how Jake vanishes from the campaign for 4 weeks.
We are.
Thin Ice Buster!
And
Ray, are you going to let one slip of the tongue ruin this relationship we built?
This was like 20 million!
I
Cloud
mean-
giants are the trash of the trash.
All right.
Guys,
agree.
come on. Hugo's giving us
obviously
intel.
nobody else cares that they've
Hugo,
been
please,
that
go on.
they're following us.
Oh,
I don't see anything.
Listen, we have an aboleth following us as
You
well.
know what? I can yip and take him down.
I think you should do it.
I do not think that's wise.
Yeah, no, don't do that.
Yeah.
You take these things
I
literally. Hashim/Jake.
He's like, sarcasm is lost on a 12-year-old storm giant.
So I'm not quite sure why they might be following us, but it's hard to see, but I've been paying attention.
I
and
bet you they have something to do with the fire tornado.
I'm
You know
pretty
they're
sure.
behind the storm.
Okay, we'll kill him then too.
That's so simple and you're with you.
Could be some time to get some information from them.
This is the
We'll
first
talk
time
to them
we've
first,
seen-
then we'll kill them. Huh?
I like that.
All right.
Let's do it.
See, we're
So
back
we wait in
we're
place.
friends.
We want to wait in place. Does it look like the magma is in any danger of swallowing us up too? Like, I imagine this castle's not big enough that it's blocking out the whole
It's-
sky of it.
Far up in the stratosphere of this confluence of planes.
You don't happen to know ascending spell, do you?
Nah, unfortunately, I'm much more of a fighter. I don't take utility stuff like that, you know?
Forgot.
that namby-pamby
You
stuff.
guys continue to talk about the visitors that seem to be following you as you make your way through the day. No further events. However,
Ray's cursing under her breath.
I do
for the
know
rest of the
command.
day.
You
I was
stupid
gonna-
faces.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
boy.
Like not actual curses, like
You
12-year-olds.
dum-dum heads.
Yes.
Steve,
Yo,
a voice responds in answer. A voice that you Antony intrinsically knows the name,
oh,
is-
everybody.
is Varenway.
Oh.
It speaks. He, Varenway, speaks. Within Eberron, death was left unbalanced by those that rebelled against the dragons. One reawakened it and balanced it here. The passage of souls has begun again. But an unending dream remains, and madness collapses around us. I was attempting to solve these things. I believe now I have realized some success in my failure. Thank you. However, if you are experiencing something similar, a interdiction of souls, whatever tether exists between your planes and your material plane must be similarly unbalanced, and balance must be returned. This convergence of which you speak must be more than a simple convergence of things. It is a collapsing of balance into madness. The voice goes silent.
Okay, so can't believe that I'm asking this one next.
You're gonna do another roll?
This is gonna be my one after I went mad.
Oh boy. He's playing with house money now.
I'm absolutely. Can you ask if he would like to assign a ledger to me To assist from a realm currently at the edge of your planar imbalance, if balance is to be restored, a ledger
Okay,
must be sent
you
to
guys don't
task.
realize this is real Steving. Continue.
I was done. The ledger was used to balance yours. A ledger would probably
I
help
am now
balance
stress
ours.
eating.
Who wants the alcohol?
There's a bottle of wine upstairs. Are you really trying to become a ledgerman?
Hold on.
Wait, you're using his dice?
Fix the balance.
He touched it.
No, I need mine.
Steve, he touched it.
You have no power over me.
Here's the dice.
Wait, is it on the screen?
Dance
Hold on.
magic, dance magic.
So you got to roll a 19 or 20.
Or 18, I don't know.
We don't know what that does. Just roll a 19 or 20.
But did he hear my question?
Please roll. He did. He says you need to roll a d20 before anything is spoken. 16.
Scheiße.
16 is the.
But you do have rerolls.
You didn't
Steve, you have
You
rerolls.
have 2 rerolls.
No, I'm keeping. That's a good
Yeah,
roll.
no, because he said the
but
degree
you
of
just
Oh, you're
failed,
right, you're right,
though.
you're right,
is
you're right.
worse.
Yeah, but it's close.
16 is the roll.
Yeah, I'm keeping.
Your madness is now increased to 19. It has only gone up by 1.
Good.
Can you ask again? Or?
You
No, I asked the question.
will receive an answer. Please, for the sake of the question once more, repeat it.
Can you ask her if he would like to assign a ledger to me to assist from a realm currently at the edge of your planar imbalance affecting ours, so that I said something about just like the ledger helped to balance yours, a ledger will help balance ours. Or maybe you should send all the ledgers over here after you're fixed.
Okay.
You could send a duplicate.
Oh, I love hearing the Discord chime.
Okay. Got it.
Get the gist.
You hear a voice.
What if the answer is just he would not?
It is no longer Varenways that speaks.
Yeah. Oh gosh.
This is a voice that you have heard before. You, Steve, have heard before.
Mm-hmm.
It is a voice that Varenway is familiar with. It is adolescent in its tenor. It speaks with a light laugh. No, you can't learn from the past any more than you already have, you fool. Why ask for heirs intercession into my realm? My rules. My madness. I give you the future and take from yours.
What is this, the voice of madness?
I don't know. This is not real.
A book appears on your hip.
From that dude? Oh, great.
Signed from that dude with love.
Jake?
Jake, you just missed something.
I had the door open.
Okay.
I heard that.
What are you eating?
I don't know.
It's an empanada.
He's stress eating empanadas.
I didn't even think you heated it up.
Was that L'Oreal?
No.
No.
Oh, it's the same voice.
I, mean, I don't know
No,
if you,
it was a different.
maybe
it was
you
like
guys
a
don't know who that
leprechaun.
little guy is.
Of evil.
An
You
evil
have-
leprechaun, actually, that's a pretty good description.
Yeah.
I think you have seen that little guy, but he was in the Collapsing Madness as well.
I don't think we've seen
He's clearly
You
evil.
have
So
three,
now I have a book of
you have,
some-
you have a book on your hip. You have 3 questions left.
Goodness gracious.
Your madness now sits at 19.
I clearly can't open this book, right? I'm like still out of
You
it.
are still locked in your conversation. Although you are aware of the book that is now resting on your hip.
So you have a very evil ledger.
All right, so
Sounds like.
Varanwe. Do I still think that I'm connected to Varanwe?
Yeah.
They're just all chilling wherever Varanwe is, having coffee, and then now he's laughing at me. Okay, got it.
You asked a question to Varanwe, and this
Yes.
voice superseded his.
This
Seems
voice
to-
is madness involved. Then what does is that?
Interrupt.
I don't know what fully madness
As
is.
the book emerges, and you hear the fading laugh of this adolescent,
Oh, this kid.
Yeah.
Varanwe's voice comes back. Hello? What? What was that?
Am I allowed to answer?
You may. This does not count as the third question.
You have to ask 5 questions.
And I can answer as Steve. I know what I know. I clearly
Anthony?
did that in the last question.
Antony is answering, yep.
So I think a little adolescent kid just intercepted our line. He said the madness was his. And he gave me a book.
No response. There is no response from Varanwe. You have the opportunity to ask up to 3 more questions. Your madness sits at 19.
I have 2 really good questions.
One more failure, and we
I hit
will
20.
reach 20.
Do you have to pass 20 or reach 20?
Once you reach 20 madness,
Oh my gosh, Steve.
there are rolls that are made on the table.
I think he already answered this.
Steve, how did you
He
get
can't.
to this point?
Timey-wimey, baby.
He asked a question about Dolores.
And this one was just for fun.
No,
if
like,
I would have hit 20, I
We
would
were
have asked this
starting at
question.
16. How did we get to 16?
Varanwe got cut off.
He said all
He
the planes
got cut
and we
off.
jumped to 18.
You heard the adolescent voice.
Yeah,
and
we
then
got-
he
After
got
a
it rolled to
moment-
16.
But we went from
After a
0 to
moment,
16.
you then heard Varanwe speak back up and say, "What was that?" You answered
Oh, the
him,
madness?
and then there was no
Oh,
response.
I don't know. They just said you start off at 16.
Yeah, not just that his starting was 16.
Like my character in Picard just came
There's
up
more
with
actually, but
0
I got
rounds.
what I came for.
Gotcha.
Varanwe answered me. What I actually came for.
He
So
did?
I'm done.
So you are done asking questions.
Done,
If
Steven?
I can disconnect, I will.
All
As
right.
healthily as possible.
We better not, Steve.
Yeah,
is in
my
that
intent was answered, and now I'm done. Yes.
Hi, you've reached the voice
I'm
of
not
Steve.
done.
I'm not
Anthony
Steven
overrode
right
me
now.
in this case.
You may disengage if you choose to.
Yeah, he did. He does.
Okay, you all watch as the triangle conversation going on briefly and succinctly is kind of there's a piercing, what can only be described as like a firework crack going off, like a high pitched whistle, and then a in the sky beyond. And when that happens, there is a wave that goes out and a castle emerges,
What?
and then is quickly covered once more as Steve's, Anthony's
Fair enough.
hands fall to the side, his head drops, and he just begins plummeting out of the sky.
Molly's not here, but
I
I
would
would
say,
would
well,
immediately activate Boots of
Hugo,
Flying.
well, Hugo would just cast Featherfall on him.
Or we do that too.
Hugo casts Featherfall upon him.
Thanks, buddy. I have 2 HP.
Do you really?
Yeah.
You know, you long rested.
I don't really
Yeah,
think
he- Oh,
was
that
a
count
long
as a long
for him.
rest?
He said you were resting, yeah.
Sweet. Do I level up?
Steve,
Yes.
just so you understand what's happened, you have received a book.
I have a book. Yep.
The book will be explained to you
Understood.
in time. In exchange for the book, a piece of Antony's future has been taken.
What does that
Mother.
mean?
My goodness! Steve!
That's okay.
This future is in the possession of the one who spoke to you,
Little kid.
and they have the opportunity to redeem it at the time of their choosing.
That's so good.
redeem a piece of my future?
i.e. to shape it.
Oh my gosh.
That sounds fine to me. The kid is Steving, then. Oh, Steving is shaping. Yes! And I broke a pencil. What is the truth in shaping? Steving.
That's
Knowledge.
what P-Fars has been trying
Madness.
to guide us to all along. Maybe the end boss is Steve.
You-
Someone named Neb said that to me.
Spoilers,
Spoilers.
it's not fun.
It's not
I
fun.
knew it wasn't fine.
That's why we need to get.
Bad when
we
Garrett
need to get
tells
back
you
in the
straight up
collapsing
it's not
madness. We
fine.
can
And
solve
lo,
this.
it
Okay,
was
sorry,
not
go ahead.
fine.
All right. You
I take my precious back into the cave.
take a rest, and
Do you tell us all this blank?
I don't
may-
even want to know.
You
I don't
may
want to know.
engage with this how you will.
Hey, bud, what the hell was that?
Are you okay?
Well, Cacophony
I don't even know how to respond.
mentioned the name of a place, Delore, and it like stuck in the back of my head, and I've heard of it before, a plane from Eberron, but when I started thinking about it, it like opened a whole new world of everything, and so I tapped into that.
I love that your accent's just straight up Steve now.
That is intentional.
What?
And I contacted someone who's familiar with Delore, and according to that person, death was balanced, and their passage of souls are flowing fine. That is, once the madness is taken care of, I think. So that means that it is, I think, not. Delore is not the problem. I think that's sort of what he said. He's dealing with it from his end. We have our end to deal with. That's kind of what he
Did
said.
you ask
He
him
said there
how
was
he
an
dealt
enduring
it
dream
with it?
for us. Remember?
And then we could just do the same thing over here?
Well, I sort of found it in there in my head that someone was impacting that, like a puppet master, sort of, a ledger master. And so I asked if I could get some of that, and that's when I got this.
I want that.
I'm not quite sure if I asked the right version of the person for that particular item, so we'll see what happens.
So you have a cursed book, maybe?
Or a blessed book.
You said that there was a weird
What does
little
the
kid.
book look
But
like?
it was a fair trade. I traded something that happens in my future. It could then be shaped to something random.
What? What does the book
At
look
least
like?
that's what I feel.
As
in
you
that
all
thing I
look at the book,
tapped into.
you see
Title of
it
the book, not good.
Yeah,
as you see it
autobiography.
in Steve's hand. It has a shimmering blue mercurial cover that kind of ebbs and flows with ripples emanating from the spine of the book. When each of your eyes attempt to focus upon it,
No.
it seems to ethereally move in anticipation of where it shortly will be.
Oh, shit.
Steve,
So,
the name of the book comes to you. This is the Lens of Madness.
excuse me? The lens?
Yeah, you heard that right.
Does that exist?
We used to have the illuminating
This was his
lenses
plan all
too.
along.
And this is one half of the aberrant ledger.
Abhorrent or aberrant?
Aberrant.
Aberrant.
That's actually, yeah, great question.
Okay.
As in an aberrant dragon mark.
Yeah. Okay. Got it. So, okay.
Antony, you intrinsically know these things about it and the significance of this to the place known as Eberron.
I'm sorry, everyone. We are connected. I'm not sorry though. Get ready for madness.
Any further conversations? By the way, as you feel the power of this book within you, this book that is now tied to you, your stomach is turned and sickened. And it is only your very strong connection to the deep illumination magic within you that allows you to overcome this deep tome of mythos.
How does everyone else feel?
This is
Oh, that's true.
This is in Mythos? Oh boy.
Isn't
Do
your
I embrace or
sworn-
destroy?
Yes.
I mean, isn't it your sworn duty to destroy all mythos?
And this isn't one of them that I knew about.
This is not one of the books you knew about, but it is wreathed in
No.
the touch and feel.
I hide it away. I'll read it later. I need to rest.
Did anything happen when we all looked at it?
Do we feel
it
sick?
just shimmers. No,
Yeah.
there is a void presence and mythos.
Okay.
Heaviness to this lens, this ledger. At least that's how it manifests here in this side of the equation.
Okay.
Well, that's a terrible thought, Zentilius.
Yeah, I know.
Terrible.
I just saw that too.
Sure.
Steve, trying to save the world, he utterly destroys it.
All right. You get through the day. You have 3 days travel left. I need someone to roll on the d20.
8.
8 is the roll.
Are the cloud giants still following us?
Ted was on left by.
No, I
left
mean, that's my
unbalanced by
question.
those
Cloud giants are still there.
Are they like
About the dream.
trajectory downward, like to intersect, or
Nope.
just following along?
Falling up high.
Hey, do you think we could go up there and like talk to him?
I could absolutely go up there.
You would be flying in the midst of the magma clouds. You probably don't want to do that.
I could create a bubble of water and protect myself.
It doesn't sound like a
didn't
good
think so.
idea. though.
Probably not,
Yeah,
but I
don't think so.
Yeah, but there's a time and the place, you know, time and the place.
Yeah,
Ray,
that's
I
fair.
know you
that's
hate them, but let's just be wise about it.
This is a day of relative ease as you travel. You have the opportunity at the end of the day, because you made good time, to work on a skill of your choice.
Oh, nice.
Ooh.
I want to work on snowballs.
I want to know what love is.
Like how much time do we have? How many hours exactly?
I wonder why.
You don't have 8 hours.
Okay.
You
then forget
basically
it.
have like a couple of hours to work freely on a skill of your choice.
I work on acrobatics.
Acrobatics. Is this within your rangeriness, or are you what are you trying to do?
Actually,
When I say skill, I mean, some aspect of your character development.
Oh.
Not an actual, doesn't have to be a literal skill within the mechanics of the game. It's some aspect of your character development.
let me think.
Okay. Does anyone know what they want to do?
Snowballs.
You're working on connecting more deeply with the tier of Vivon Rana.
Yeah, I have 55 out of 75 points away from the Shrillick Schneverler snowballs.
Got it.
What the
Yeah.
hell?
I don't know!
The snowball. Yeah. It's
I didn't write down the other words. I just remember it was
I
like
think it's
Snillix or something.
Snillix Snowball Swarm. Please roll an Arcana check first.
Arcana check first.
Yep.
That's cocked. 5.
All right. Now roll your D100 and subtract 70 from the roll.
70?
Your 5 was a low roll and requires a large subtraction.
94.
Dang.
Ah,
You get 24
yeah.
points towards it.
Nice.
I got it because I had 55. Wait, right?
55 plus 24. Yeah, I hit it by 4 points.
Yep. So as you spend time gazing into the depths of the elemental moat of water that you possess,
I'm really just thrown off by these cloud giants. That's why I'm not concentrating on my arcana.
it's not so much a connection of magical intellect that you have with the tier, so much as a innate knowing through your insight into how it works already, that you are able to crack the code on this next ability that the tier possesses. And now, once a day, you can cast Snowball Swarm. And let me... find that thing. Hold on.
Snivellix.
It's weird. Come on. Work. Oh, there it goes.
I thought it was going to be cooler.
You have the ability now to, because you've learned Snillix Snowball Swarm, you may now learn Sleet Storm.
Ooh.
That's a 3rd level spell. As well as
With the cone of cold.
that also, well, you would have to learn Sleet Storm first,
Okay.
and then Ice Storm, and then you could learn Cone of Cold is not...
Because I think that was my main goal, and you said I had to do this one first.
Yeah, I think Cone of Cold is a 6th level spell.
Oh.
So, yeah. There's other ice type spells you would need to learn before you can progress to that. The next one being Sleet Storm. Okay. Very good. That is Ray's use of her hour, or her time. Who next knows what they'll do?
I'm gonna work with the mode of shadow.
Mode of Shadow.
But coming from a place of concern, I think. Just knowing that that Shadowfell is really in a bad place.
Okay, very good. You haven't worked with this before, have you?
I don't think so. I don't
Yeah.
think I've had the opportunity to.
Okay, please roll a insight check into the moat of shadow.
20.
20. As you spend time with the moat of shadow, you learn its name. This moat is known as Umbra de Mortem. That is, in our world, Latin. In the world of, in my mind, Latin is equivalent to an ancient celestial, well, not celestial, more like draconic or some ancient forms of giant. But it means the shadow of death.
That sounds good.
Okay. Very good.
But it is not death in a sense of despair or fear. It is death in the sense of rest, repose, and the beginning of one's eternity. There's also almost a hopefulness to it when viewed through the proper lens. And you have an intrinsic sense of this that death is actually meant, in this sense, to be something of hope and peace, rather than fear or punishment. And you get the sense, as the collector of memories, as the high priestess of the Raven Queen, that you can give this sort of meaning to death to those who you come across. A hopeful death in guiding them to the proper place of rest. Please roll a D100. Right, you make 7 out of 100 points of progress towards the next step of understanding for this mote of shadow, which will allow you to interact with death, with shadow, with the planes connected thereto in unique ways. And you get the sense that this moat may even have connectivity to the mark of death that you yourself possess. And perhaps even to that fun table you've been spending some time with. All right, Cacophony and Ray have gone. Who's next?
I want to work on Revelation Band
Okay.
to attune further to that.
All right.
I just looked up what we did in the past. It was 4 rolls. It was
Revelation Band?
yeah, the ring that I've got.
Oh.
The Mode of Savras.
It was a
Yep.
Wisdom save, Arcana check, Intelligence save, and Insight check. Those are the 4. And I did all of that, and I am at like a 48 out of 100 that I need right now for the Eldritch
Okay.
Sight.
Please roll
Before
a...
I start working on it, I will proactively bless myself, and I'm going to cast Emboldening Bond for... I'm going to do it on all of us 3 over here.
Thank
and
you.
Hasheen.
Thank you.
So I'm
Well,
just-
you can do it on 3 people, yes?
No, Emboldening Bond I can do up to my proficiency, so 4.
Oh, because you got leveled up.
Yep.
Very good. You cast Emboldening Bond and Bless. Bless wears off after a minute, as you spend about an hour with this.
Oh, that
But
didn't go the way I thought
I
it would.
will allow
I
you-
extend it with a meta magic. 2 minutes.
I will allow Emboldening Bond to affect the initial connection to this,
Okay, that's fine.
which is not a save, it is a insight check skill, so Bless wouldn't have helped you anyway.
That's fine. Alrighty. I can't remember. Can we use advantages on these?
You may.
I'm gonna use one.
Do you have any left? How many do you
I
have?
have 4 left.
4 left. Now 3. Very good.
Boop. Oops. That went out.
Did we
Cock.
choose the winner for the...
P-Parse.
Peepers.
Oh, look at that.
What's insight?
19.
19.
Madness, I tell you.
19. You are able to...
Oh, was I supposed to use the Emboldening Bond on this one only? Oh, no.
Yes, that'll make a difference.
Alright. 23.
Okay, that
With a spin
is
everywhere.
above the 22 that you needed.
Well, that changed from the last time.
Woo woo. Well, last time you succeeded in learning True Strike, right? I'm sorry, no. Oh, we were talking about that.
I was
yes. So with this, you can learn True Strike as a bonus action, which is significant. It does not take an action to cast it. It's a bonus action. So much like the False Life, bonus action. You can cast it, give yourself advantage on your next attack roll, or even out a disadvantage, as the case may be.
Was that? I thought it was an either or of like more spells or vision.
Yep.
And I went down the vision.
Yes, there are spells and there are abilities.
You already got that.
I have had that this whole time.
You already got the True Strike, right? The first time? Or no?
I believe so.
Yeah, you already got that.
I think that was what you picked the
I
first
said
time.
I got. You were describing that in the skill tree path
Okay.
of more spells.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, wait, so you didn't?
That's where I've heard it before. I
Okay.
didn't go that way though.
So there is the
We're working towards Eldritch Sight right now.
right. So you had received dark vision.
I already have that.
Yep.
So it was
And you are working on your Eldritch Sight.
correct.
Got it. And what was your progress towards that so far?
48 out of 100.
Okay. You may roll a D100 and you may add 10 to it.
Ooh, okay.
Aren't you fancy? Please be over 100.
Nice.
Please be over 100.
63.
Okay. You receive Eldritch Sight.
Ooh. Creepy though.
So can we work on like feats like that?
Well, that's connected to the moat.
That's me further.
You just go to cave and stare really hard. I'll get dark vision
As
eventually.
you
Yeah, I know.
connect more deeply with Revelation's band, you intrinsically begin to see the weave of magic about you as it opens your eyes to the connections that are there. You now have effectively detect magic at will and can see how the weave interacts with certain items of particularly focused and infused types of magic. So it is effectively the detect magic spell.
How does do I see his book? Is my special eyes?
I'm hiding my precious from everyone.
You do see his book, at least you try to. It's kind of wispy and wavy, and it is a conundrum. The type of magic that it is, the way it interacts with the weave, is much like your ring, much like the two motes that your comrades in arms wield, is a deeper magic than simple categories like abjuration and conjuration and evocation. There is a state of being that these items possess that is intrinsically arcane in their own way. And undefinable. Unless you've been taught how to define them. Which some in your party might know a little about.
You have to roll for madness, though.
Alright, that is your time, Celine. Gentlemen, what would you do?
I can do things? Go ahead.
I got nothing fancy to work with, so I'm just gonna.
How much time do you need to read your book?
48
Take
hours.
another nap.
Okay, in
6 days.
In 6 days. So are
Yeah,
you
if we have an
going to-
hour, I'm not gonna even bother.
Okay.
Because it has to be consecutive. You have to finish it in 6 days.
Okay.
Can you
So,
get the Spark Notes version?
I wish. Hugo will just.
I mean,
work
you'd be
on,
able to get a couple hours in.
A couple hours?
We could roll to see how.
Sure.
how well
Then
you do.
let's try it.
All right. Roll an Arcana check to see how well you speed read.
21.
Not bad. Not bad. This is complex runic writing mixed with several other languages of which you know and at times work through the use of comprehending languages spells. But you're able to make sense of it. Please roll a d6.
How's 6?
You make 6 hours worth of progress
That's freaking awesome.
in about 3 hours.
I like that.
I like it.
All right. Hasheen and Antony.
Well, once I put the book down, because I need to ponder on if I'm gonna do anything with it.
That's a good one.
I refocus on the lens.
The lens of
So I have
madness.
metal attached to it. and what I need to do is tinker with it and mess with it until I think it's ready for spells to be put into it to actually perform its function, or connections to be made to it. So
Okay. So you're seeking to.
I'm working on my artificer class.
Okay. You're trying to work.
Infusion stuff.
Yep. Very good.
Yeah.
So please roll an Arcana check.
24.
Very good. And now roll a Tinker check, of which you are proficient.
24.
Right.
Nice.
You're able to gain 2 points in your class towards the next level up.
Yay!
As you work with this item of tremendous power and depth, you delicately and intricately interact with it to understand it more deeply, and at the same time hone your own ability to engage in a physical way with the weave. Okay, very good.
Sweet.
By the way, here's your die back.
Oh, thank you.
Machine.
What did Dimitri tell me
Thanks for the 20, buddy.
when he asked me what's important and I said
Rerolled that
Celine?
16.
Yeah.
What did he say?
He said work with her to
For what?
learn.
Learn what?
To learn how to control your dreams.
Okay.
Or to control dreams in general.
Okay, so it was the dream spell.
Yep.
Okay. I do that.
Okay. How do you do that with Celine?
In
Well-
a very creepy way. No matter what you say.
You said we'll figure it out. Go.
I go, hey, Habibi,
Yep. What's wrong?
you remember that big elf guy, Dimitri?
Yeah, the guy you made out with. Not that I watched closely or
I
anything.
think Anthony is what, 2 levels of Artificer?
No, I only have one level.
1 level, okay.
Yeah,
That's
I
a
mean,
subclass, by the way.
that
Still-
he did violate me. Yes. Yeah, that one. So he came to me in the dream, like, I don't know, 3 weeks ago, something like that. And he told me I could work on manipulating dreams, but I need to, like, talk to you to figure that out. I don't know why. So here we are, talking. Just 2 friends sitting on a stump, talking.
All right. Why
So
don't
tell me
you-
how to figure out how to manipulate other people's dreams.
Well, I mean, if it's going to be like in a dream, liminal space, metaphorical kind of sense, maybe.
I've never done it before, so I don't even know. Though he did come to me in the dream, so maybe it was like that.
Well, why don't we start with us then? What does your... If somebody asked you, what does your dream look like? For your life, and for your future?
You mean the one I have all the time?
No, like an ideal.
Oh, I don't know.
What kind of dream would you have?
The dream I constantly have that blocks every other one out is pretty terrifying.
I know, but like, let's swing it to the positive side. Like if you were thinking, if somebody asked you, like, where, it's almost like the, you know, those questions where it's like, where do you see yourself in 20 years? Like that, but like positive. Like, what is your dream? What's your dream in life that you want?
No one's ever asked me that before.
I guess I could share mine.
Deception check? Your dream's to marry her.
No, that's not true.
No. Ray's in the background of this conversation.
It's,
No lying now.
that's not what it is.
I guess. What is a difficult question, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, you know, like, I would like to go home.
Why?
Because I'm not from here. Everyone wants to go home, you know?
But what about it makes it home to you?
Well, you know, Umi and Baba were there. I've never met Baba, but... And Umi's dead. But,
So it's the people you love that give it meaning.
I guess, even though I know they're gone.
Well, it's still a memory of being loved.
Yeah.
I
I
think
guess I
there's
would say I never really gave it much thought because I'm kind of like a here and now guy, you know? Here I am, now. Sitting on a stump talking to a friend, eh?
Well, I asked you that because I know you struggle with those reoccurring nightmares all the time.
Yeah, they're not fun.
And I know it's easy to get mired into letting them influence how you view not only your day-to-day life, but your future as well. And so I think it might be beneficial for you to think more about why, in that ideal dream of yours, you're back in a place where you were with people that you loved, in a place that you cherished. And maybe there's a deeper meaning there. And maybe you could use that as a North Star.
Hmm.
I mean, I'll share you. If I had to think about what my ideal dream looks like.
Lay it on me, girlfriend.
Jeez, I feel like I'm running down a task list. Whatever my part, big or small, in this storm thing is, I want to carry that through to the end, but I want to do so because if there's anything that we can do to reduce suffering of those in the world, then I want to do that. And it's not just reducing pain for reducing pain's sake, it's so that in the absence of pain you can cherish your life more deeply. So I guess in a broad sense it's very similar to yours. I want people to be able to enjoy those that they love and places that they love and do things that they love and do that without pain or fear.
What do you love?
Whew. I love that time of day where the sun has just started to set and everything has slowed down a little bit and cooled and things are beginning to wind down and it's peaceful. I love when you get to take the bandage off of somebody's wound and it's no longer there and it's healed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, don't worry, I wasn't going to a dark
Okay,
place.
yeah. All right. Yeah, I thought that was going somewhere
No,
weird.
no.
All right.
He's played that person before. So.
I did.
I love kids. I've always wanted to have kids one day, maybe, if it was right, but
Yeah, okay, yeah, all right.
you don't like kids?
I mean, they're gross.
They are, that's what makes them so fun.
Okay. I like
They're
them when they're a
tiny
little older.
goblins of chaos.
A little older, you know. If I could jump to like age 6 and then keep them there.
That's a good age. I like kids because I think they represent the opportunity for us to
To screw up.
know,
Oh. I didn't mean that.
to do better
Oh,
than
yeah,
what we were
okay.
given.
Okay, okay. Yeah, I concur. I meant that.
Did you?
So
no, we
Hasheen
keep
and Celine have this heart-to-heart. It's a good talk. It's not superficial and mundane in its content. It is meaningful. And you get a sense that to control dreams is to know your dreams.
Hmm.
What do you actually want? And to know what you want is to be able to be truly honest with yourself. And so, I need you to roll an insight check. Would you roll before? You just
I
rolled.
don't even know. I didn't. No, seriously. I
Okay.
I didn't look at it.
An insight
It
check
was a 19.
into yourself.
It was a 19. And actually, this is more fitting. 8.
8.
I don't think he's pondered this too much. Where he's from, people tend to die young.
Yeah.
Do you have advantages?
I'm not going to waste it on that. I think this is fitting for a new synapse that's been created in his brain.
You've really only ever wanted deeply one thing. Umi and
Baba.
Baba. And you know you couldn't have Baba. And you know Umi's gone. And so you've sought fleeting panaceas, bandages to the wounds rather than a true healing of them. And you get the sense that that's part of the problem. You need to actually think about how to heal and how to move forward and how to hope in what you can have rather than what you know you can't, while still learning about Umi and Baba, in particular Baba, but being comfortable with knowledge alone. Please roll a wisdom save.
Oh boy. Oh, I'm actually okay at that.
Every time you say that.
21.
Right. You can cast the dream spell. You are not proficient with sculpting it. And so you need to have an item from someone that is very personal to them in order to cast it. It can't simply be a pluck of hair, but something that actually relates to their dreams in life and hopes. However, as you get more proficient with this spell, having a simple piece of someone or a possession of theirs will suffice.
So we're currently rewriting the dream spell.
Yeah, we're giving it some flavor.
Okay.
He wasn't able to cast it before.
No, I could, but we're rewriting it.
I mean, you're able to cast it, but it's a matter of how persuasive that dream is to this person.
So what we're rewriting is it's not the tuft of hair yet. It's actually got to be something more personal. So I got to spend time getting to know the person that I'm going to cast the dream spell
to
on.
be able to
shape it,
create and shape a convincing dream.
Gotcha.
At the current level, but there's opportunity to get better at that.
No. But that's okay. Well, it could be. He did love his hair.
Love
if you think about it.
Absolutely.
That is so true!
Was a personal item for him.
Okay, so there is that was a step of progress, by the way. That was a success.
Got it.
So
how do I mark that? Plus
just,
1 to dream?
Sure.
Okay.
Just make a note of that. Plus 1 to dream. And it's more importantly, it is a plus 1 to kind of insight into yourself.
You can figure out your patron.
Know thyself. Plus 1.
Yes.
Namaste.
That will allow you greater opportunity within your own dreams.
Cool.
Yes! Good.
Right. Everyone has had an opportunity. I need a roll for the penultimate day of travel.
Who hasn't rolled yet? Go for it. No, you... Nope, don't. Bree.
I pass on that.
Bree, we got to break in your new dice. Maybe good.
11.
Okay.
You never really know.
Yeah.
We've already done 11. What's the next closest?
Roll it again.
No, I'm just...
Oh.
Because you already rolled 8, but I just went to the next closest, which was 9, which was a day of downtime.
Nice.
Okay.
Another one?
Well, this works. This is what I hoped for. What I was prepared for.
Oh.
At least if this part of the table was rolled. Ray, no butterfly, but you come across a mountainous range of stone jutting out of the Cinder Wastes. the ash and soot is deep here. As you walk, your feet kind of press in as you get further and further south at this confluence of the elemental plane of earth and the elemental plane of wind. It seems that there is a constant bluster here, and the wind whips against your face. And yet, the stone is clearly manifesting. As you walk along, the crunch of the soot, almost as if you're walking through snow. You know, when the snow is fresh and you step out into it and there's that crunch of the snow compressing underneath the weight of your foot. It's similar with this ash as it crunches as you go. Up ahead, there is an outcropping of several rocks jutting up out of the ground. And as you approach, you hear what sounds like explosions. Lightning and thunder that is being released. Wind that is pouring forth. Kind of a fireball of power, or a releasing of a breath weapon.
Oh, good.
You see light over the crest. There are yells. No! It's mine! Give it back! As there is something going on. And this is a booming voice. This is not some mere man. It is echoing the hundreds of feet away as this is being yelled.
She hears this?
You all hear it.
Oh, we all do.
Yeah.
I head back in the direction we came.
Wait, it is behind us?
Just
It is ahead of you, kind of
Like on our path?
not
or?
on the road, but it is off the road, but
behind the pillars.
it is kind of, the road skirts south of it and continues on. You are about a day and a half out. You would be able to get through this day, as there's a couple hours of travel left, and then you think after one more full day of travel, you would arrive at Hecate's Fathom.
We can't pass this up.
No, that sounds like
Somebody
someone's
either
in
needs
trouble.
help or
Yep.
can help us.
Right.
No! No!
He said no.
It's a freaking dwarf.
Go
Let's
get it.
go.
Go
All right.
help. Run.
As you begin running, you watch
You're the Good
as
Samaritan.
5 winged creatures
Oh.
No, we'll go back to the path.
Hey, second thought.
fly
yeah.
off.
Away.
Of
Away.
their size, can we...
One of
determine
them, which seems to be at
Are
the
they red?
front and is larger than the rest, though it's weird. There's clearly some sort of magical effect to it, as its size seems to be almost shrinking and expanding and shrinking. It's clearly affected by some spell, almost a blur-like spell, or a enlarge or diminish type spell.
How close are those?
Hundreds of feet out.
Okay.
They rush off into the distance, and they seem to fly up deeper into the mountains and then disappear beyond the ledge of rocks that are there. As you continue to hear, no, no, no.
Are we there yet?
As you rush forward,
Open.
Grab someone, give it hell, buddy.
That was like... He's dropping a dunk.
you
Got the plunger.
rush forward, and you kind of make your way through several rocks that are forcing their way up through the soot in the ground. And as you approach, you see a dragon. It's not a particularly large dragon, probably young adult in size. It has a long beard. And rather than the strong, muscular frame that you are used to seeing with many dragons, this is wispy and more elongated, snake-like.
It's like Chinese dragon.
Its
color is it?
wings have feathers upon them, and instead of scales. And its body also has feathers. The colors are vibrant reds and whites, peaches, oranges. It's a very warm color, palette. And there are highlighting throughout this vibrant green that accentuates, almost like the green of a peacock. Those kind of in the feathers, that reflective sheen.
That's what I was thinking. Peacocks.
That is very prominently shown kind of on its chest and on its back and on the center of its wings, as if it would kind of unfurl and show almost the peacock eyes on the tail, you know.
Do I recognize this as a celestial type of creature?
You recognize this as a dragon, but it is a very unique type of dragon. Anyone may roll history.
I will guidance whoever does. Your guidance.
20. Oh, guidance?
Yeah.
What's that give me? 4?
D4.
21.
21. This is a loong.
Loong.
It is a very unique type of dragon.
Oh, yeah. That's a loon.
How do you spell that?
Loong.
You're saying it's loony?
Loon.
Oh, that'd
With
be
a
long.
soft G at the end. Loon.
All right.
This dragon is deeply connected to the elements, though it is not of any one particular element. It is also deeply connected to the key that is resident in living things.
Is it injured?
This is a very wise kind of dragon or intelligent kind of dragon?
They are wise. It's
a dragon monk.
It is hurt.
It's a monk dragon.
How close are we to it?
You will now approach it.
The elemental variety.
And there is a quickly pooling puddle of emerald blood that it's holding its chest with one of its arms. Its left wing is almost torn off of its back. It's just kind of hanging awkwardly. Its right wing is folded in like a bird's would fold it in. It's holding its belly, which does not look like it has a wound so much as an orifice that is empty.
So Celine will immediately. Are we leaving? Are we pausing there?
Yes.
Okay. That's it.
You see this. It is clearly hurt. You all approach, and you all see this same thing.
I meant like, are we?
It's
Ending the night?
Yeah.
It kind of glances up and seems to be aware of your presence. Looks down
I didn't bring
as
my
it
present.
coughs up blood, and it looks at you with
Jeez.
an urgency in its eyes.
Heal the thing.
And
Maybe Sola can tell what
What happened?
Oh, sorry.
it looks at you and it says, "Help me. Okay. You must retrieve the key, or I will die."
Key or
Ki.
Uh-oh.
Key. Some people say chi. Some people say kai.
who took it from you?
Rascally with it.
The butcher. The hunter of the wilds.
Which way did he go?
It weakly points in the direction you saw them fly off.
Can I heal your wounds, at least?
No. Magic of yours will work to heal me without the key. If you do this thing. As it spits up more
Oh,
blood.
that's gross. I mean, you're doing okay.
If you do this thing, I will grant you a boon.
You're okay.
Oh, let's go.
What do you
What do you say?
But you must hurry.
Like everyone or
boon.
just one person?
The one who retrieves the key.
All right, fair enough.
Hugo looks around and
Anthony sprint.
starts running.
No, other way. Other way.
Powered up for 5 days for this energy.
You cast haste on yourself over and over again.
I counterspell his haste.
I guess they stop myself subtly.
Is there any other questions you wish to ask?
What is the butcher?
It weakly points. It flew off.
So a dragon.
It's a hunter
Monsters.
and commander of drakes. They overpowered me.
And who the hell are you? Why should we help?
I am king. Q-I-N-G.
Oh.
I am
Hi, King.
rare.
King Rare?
I am rare.
Oh.
My kind is rare.
A lot of pride there, telling him he's so rare.
Listen,
Can do things others cannot.
I got some friends. And they're looking for a new member of their group. And you sort of fit the description of what they're looking for. I mean, you're not a fire dragon or anything. I'll talk with him for you.
All right, I guess we go help King, huh?
There are ruins
I like
more
ruins.
ruins.
beyond the cliff.
Can I-
Beyond the ridge of the cliff. I have hurt them. I am sure they are recovering. If you move swiftly, you may overtake them.
Ew.
Ew.
You don't hold yourself, dude.
I guess, should we go?
Yeah, we
It
should
sounds
go.
like time is of the
Let's go.
essence.
I
here.
want the boon.
I want to help them, but the boon,
I
guess,
mean,
is
yeah, I want to
different.
help him,
Okay.
but I'd like a boon.
Is there anything else we should know about this band? Any of their special powers? Any of their abilities? How did they manage
Poor
to
guy's
overpower you?
choking on his own blood, and we just keep on asking questions.
I clear some of the blood out of his mouth. You gotta tilt your throat this way. There you go. Alright,
Alright,
that's
we
perfect.
go.
Alright, fine.
You do sense that there is a similarity between this loon and Coatl.
I'm leading the charge.
That's a total.
Coatl is a celestial type dragon, but this is more elementally inclined than
Gem.
radiantly and divinely infused. But there are definite similarities to these creatures.
We on it.
As
I've got you,
you
buddy.
as you rush over the ridge because of our steving tonight. Took time with that, which is fine. It was fun. I hope that was fun for everyone.
Sorry, I didn't mean to.
It was good.
You're good.
But we'll pick up our
Start with a
encounter.
fight.
Perhaps.
A tracking fight.
Mayhap.
At least tracking. I can show off my
That's
abilities.
for you. You're gonna get Ranger.
Yeah.
Sweet.
We will pick up with
They're
the chase.
Okay.
And you are a day away from Hecate's
We're
Fathom.
running
Woohoo!
perpendicular to it.
there.
We're literally.
It's here. We're running
no
this
problem.
way.
Basically, one more random roll,
For us.
and then you're at the Fathom.
I hope we don't
Excellent.
have something that like teleports us back 6 days.
Or until we find something shiny in the opposite direction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you know,
We are literally Skyrim.
there is
We're gonna
a
jump on a dragon's back and we have to
there is a
reroute and
flying there is a flying castle following us.
That
is true.
following you.
We could James and the Giant Peach it.
I like that.
See,
Where's the magic beans? We need to start planting
Yeah.
some magic beans.
Yeah.
So we'll grow
Franklin and the-
beanstalk up.
Franklin and the magic.
We're
I
gonna
don't
get
know.
up there.
Tired.
Well, I don't believe we got the subs required for the second giveaway, and that's fine. Good old fine and dandy. We do.
Fine.
Fine.
Did say that. A
Thank you very much. Fine.
Have a good night, I guess.
We do appreciate you guys. Thank you for sticking around. We hope you're entertained. And we are going to do, by the way, there is going to be a time and a place when P-Farce will be in this seat DMing a session for the party.
What will you do?
What will I do?
He's gonna sit in the other
I'll-
room and
I'll probably play a PC that will die in that session.
Yes, it's everything I've ever wanted.
I'm gonna be like, Celine, help me.
I go, I'm deaf in this ear.
It'll be great. So we're looking forward to that. And so a lot of this crossover stuff is purposeful, and there's a lot of inside knowledge. But one of these days, when perhaps we have a game where, or an evening when we can't have the whole party out, we'll do a little bit of a chat session and bring folks up to speed if that would be interesting to them at all. And just talk through some of what has gone on in those other games, which we kind of incorporate and make relevant here. Sorry that we didn't get to combat. Adam, sorry. I know you like your combat. But we will possibly
The most not all right.
possibly get there next Tuesday night. And we hope that you will join us next Tuesday night, starting at 7:30 Eastern Standard Time, when we continue to loot Steve and repeat. Good night, everyone. Cheers.